Find out how the season begins to unfold when you hear NASCAR Racing Live. The NFL ramps up for the 2021-22 season. Get all the updates and info on your home for the NFL in the Valley. It's summertime, and the Fanatic is your summer home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Also at 95.9 FM in the East Valley.
Bruce and Dale here. Remember, football is starting soon, and your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56, The Fanatic, wants to make your business a part of the act.
Advertise your business on all the primetime NFL games during the regular season.
Your custom-produced radio commercial will air 2, even 3 times in every game.
Plus, your business is branded during dozens of weekly NFL promos on the station, stream, app, and website.
And you'll get commercials read live during our morning and afternoon drive shows.
Plus, get 5 extra daily spots throughout the week and matching spots on our live stream website and on the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app.
You can even lock your competition out of this offer with our category-exclusive option plan.
All this for our best deal ever.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com for all the info and details.
Don't get a delay of game penalty.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com and get in the game today.
Mortgage rates are nearing all-time lows. Now is the time to refinance or purchase a home and take advantage of the low-rate environment. District Lending can help. We are a local mortgage broker that's been helping Arizona homeowners for years. We have rates into the low 2s on certain products, and we never charge any lender fees. Call or text 480-694-7890, or you can check out our rates at districtlending.com/rates. NMLS ID 1835285, Equal Housing Lender.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed bump. And if you have cut rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler could really be a bump in the road. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You might not know it, but your small business IT systems can leave you and your customers vulnerable. At Affinity Technology, we provide peace of mind by ensuring your computer systems are working and are safe from hackers and outside threats. We solve technology problems for small business. No confusing tech talk or black box setups. If it plugs in, we work with it. Contact us today at atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com. Affinity Technology.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting a K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time
for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Wednesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil there in the control room. You guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, broadcasting live in the Harmon Solar Studios here in Scottsdale, and we've lost Randy.
We have.
Where the hell do you go?
To a better place.
No, don't start that. No. Well, I was a little disappointed that he's decided that he's doing the show from Casa de Blanca today because it's the day we're supposed to do the taste test of the the salsa and Oreos.
Yeah, listen, I'm really sorry about that, guys. Yeah, you'll have to put a little a care package together for me.
Absolutely, yeah, that's no problem. Well,
we'll leave it soaking for you on your desk.
Yeah, it's we'll just a couple of cups with some Oreos drowned in salsa. But
it'll be like margaritas for you when you return.
This is true. I went around the radio station because I was kind of bummed that you weren't here, Randy. But I wanted some more people to try this than just me. Radio Ron, hard no. Jack, sales guy, hard no. Phil, hell no. Now you are. It's only going to be me doing the taste test, but Phil has a proper reason to not do it. He doesn't like the salsa. So if you don't like one of the two ingredients, well, then, yeah, there's no reason to try it. But like I've said, you try everything once in the food department. And I never had to say that before until Phil came along. I have to make sure I qualify, try everything once in food. Yeah. So I don't want to do that right now. We're going to do a little bit later. Right now, I have to start the show with unpleasant business.
Uh-oh. What are we doing?
I have to issue a man card violation right off the bat.
No, I am so sorry.
I know Phil is already thinking, do I stand up? No.
I mean, I know. I just gave you the Oreos. I don't know what I could have possibly done.
Yeah, I know who it is. It's not you, Phil.
So, in a Russell Wilson type display of unmanliness, Kendall Graveman, formerly with the Mariners, now the Houston Astros, he goes on there. He's, I love my old man. I do. I love these guys. I told them I don't care how you play. I love you so much. Come on, man. I get it. You were traded. Oh, this hurts so bad. I'm in a glass box of emotion. Stop. Why have we made it okay? Why we made it okay for people to cry at a drop of a hat, you know? I mean, I get it. We're starting to get more in touch with our mental health, but I think what we're doing is we're just we're taking the lid off, and all of a sudden everything's gonna be like, hey, O'Brien, yeah, what's wrong with that? I don't know what to do. What if we all did that?
Are you saying you're not for that?
No, I'm completely not for unleashing all of that emotions on everybody all the time, because that's what it seems like is being done. Now, I get it. That tennis player gal there, she had, she had a little issue. And if Simone Biles, she's, I feel like they've made it too easy for people to give up. But, listen, I'm not going to tell somebody how they are or are not feeling. But at least can we try to not become, just babbling brooks of boo-hoo, all of us men?
How is it that he's a babbling brook of boo-hoo?
Did you not see Kendall Graveman?
He got a little choked up. He got a little choked up.
Stop it. Just stop it.
That's why you're the man, Commissioner, and I'm not. He got a little choked up. I didn't see tears streaming.
A little. That was right on the verge of Russell Wilson winning that game.
Oh, boy.
And I was just sickened by it. So, yes, at this moment, we are issuing a full-on man card violation to Kendall Graveman, who I hope gets booed a lot just because, for the simple fact, he's now on the Astros. I don't think it's fair. I wasn't on the team when it happened. Shut up. Good God.
Well, it was sort of an odd trade. The Astros were in town facing off against the Mariners, or maybe it was the other way around. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he basically was told he was traded. He just walked across the field to the other dugout.
During the game?
No, it was before the game.
He walked
they
over
were taking batting
dugout
practice.
to dugout, straight across from first base to third. I guess I'm on this team now. They don't want me over there. Can I play with you guys?
Listen, this guy's been lights out for the Mariners. I know he had some problems earlier on in the season, and he had some problems last year. But I don't know what the Mariners are doing.
Are clogged. That's my problem.
The guy's a stopper, man, and they basically gave him up for a couple of minor league players to come in and be the back end of that bullpen for the Astros.
You know what needs to stop her is damn tear ducts. Okay, enough. Stop it, Kendall Graveman. Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself and all of us.
I don't know. I think you'd get a little choked up if I ever was
0%
from this show.
0%.
We're gonna miss.
You wouldn't cry if Randy was traded all the way down the dial?
No, I would just quit. I'm gonna cry about it. I'm like, I'm out, bitches, and that's it. That's the end of it.
Those deuces.
Yeah. King of Kitten says, I thought he was going to complain about Kendall Graveman. He says, back to the YouTube link, huh? The direct Facebook Zoom works much better for me personally. Sorry, King of Kittens. The reason I changed it today is I was told that the YouTube has higher quality video, but that wasn't the big part. It was the audio. The audio sounds better on the YouTube, so that was more important. So sorry you had to click an extra link to watch the show, King of Kittens, but I hope it works out for you.
Yeah, sorry, King of Kittens.
Fish Tank says, sorry, haven't been able to pay attention to anything you've said since I learned that Phil doesn't like salsa. That's one step away from water on the pizza move thing.
Oh, that's right. Remember you the
Water
best
on
way.
Pizza?
Yeah, they said the best way to reheat pizza is put it in a plastic baggie and run warm water over it.
No, you eat it cold, man. Everybody knows that. You eat the damn.
I don't
pizza
think I was
cold,
on
man.
with you guys
No,
that
you
day.
definitely were. It wasn't recent. It was a couple
Yeah.
months ago.
I thought you were pouring water on the pizza. You're saying you put it in a plastic bag
Yes.
and run hot water over it.
Yeah, scalding hot water.
Sounds like a waste of water.
It does. It really does.
Why not eat it just cold? Just
No,
cold
I'm not a
pizza.
fan of cold
By the
pizza.
way, lactose boy, we got some pizza in the fridge right now.
Yes,
if you
thank
want to get some of that.
Yes, it haunts me each and every day.
No, it's brand new. This is not the same one from last week. This is
Oh,
from
really?
today. Yeah.
Oh,
So
from the same place?
yeah,
Oh,
same place. See, I had a couple slices, not bad. All right, so we took care of that bit of unpleasant business. Kendall Graveman, I don't give a damn how good a player you are. Russell Wilson, Kendall Graveman, ugly crying on camera is absolutely more than a man card violation. That's you're talking suspension.
So
you're
unless-
talking suspension.
Unless it's a medical necessity, you are not allowed to cry. according to
Medical
Jeffrey
necessity.
Well, somebody,
Now,
somebody
a case in point here. I think Phil has a great point here. I want to ask you, since you are the man card commissioner here and the Southwestern man card commissioner. So Dak Prescott goes down, ankle broken, severe pain. He had the crying going. Is that allowed?
knowledge.
Can I just tell you though, when Derek Carr broke his leg, did he cry?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, he didn't. He went, "It's broke, it's broke, it's broke, it's broke." He did not cry. The man did not.
I'm going to look as they carted him away. I'm fairly certain that he was crying.
And well, let me finish. And if he did, he was manly. He's like doing one of those, trying to fight it back, or like chewing on a towel just from the pain.
Now, Jeffrey, keep in mind now, Dak actually corrected his ankle while he was on the field.
No, but I'm going to say that is one of those situations where you've got a break. If you dribble a couple of tears on that, I understand.
I don't think Dak dribbled a couple of tears. He was in full on ball mode, from what I remember.
It's not a good look. It's just not a good look. Don't do that. You break your leg, you bite the towel. You don't start. You don't start crying like crocodile tears.
Then we need to have these doctors equipped with a flask of injury whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I go to. He's not. I mean, plus he didn't cry when he broke his leg. It's broke. It's broke. It's broke. But he wears eyeliner. So I mean, those two things cancel each other out.
I still don't think he wears the eyeliner.
You know he wears eyeliner. Look at that man. The only person who wears just a little bit more eyeliner was Little Richard. Okay, that was about right there on the line. So I know that Phil's over there watching the Derek Carr leg break. Am I right or am I right?
No, there's multiple injuries, and he denied crying after injuring his elbow, but the leg one's real, man.
Do you see him crying?
Yeah,
like boo-hoo crying.
Are you not boo? I mean, not boo.
Are you Dak Prescott or are you Derek Carr? What are you watching?
Carr.
Eyes watering up. You can't. You can do about that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But you're sitting there like Russell Wilson, or now like Kendall Graveman.
Well, it looked like that was happening to Dak when they were carting him off.
You think Dak was ugly crying?
Yeah, because
he had the ugly crying.
It was both the pain and the knowledge that he was going to be out for the entire season. It was a melodramatic moment.
No, it's bad. It's very bad. No.
The guy's ankle is going in a direction it shouldn't go.
But I'm going to give him.
a bad look.
I'm going to give him a pass.
If I had vocal nodes, I would cry that I would have to miss this show for the better part of a month.
We wouldn't.
Yeah, no, I don't think that. Well, you just turn off that mic and everything be fine.
Ron would cart me out on this chair and put an American flag on my chest as I get taken out as the hero I am.
No, more likely he'd duct tape you to that office chair, push you out to the curb, and hope the county came and got you. So yeah, Kendall Graveman, ugly crying. He didn't break nothing, didn't hurt nothing. Russell Wilson, ugly crying. He didn't break nothing, he didn't hurt nothing. So I can at least look at Dak Prescott and say, "Oh, come on, man, it's not a good look." But all right, I guess I understand. But clean it up. Clean it up. Just figure it out. Clean it up.
You're saying
don't keep going on and on with it.
Well, you have kids, so I mean, things flail whenever you have kids. And you're saying that one time, whenever they've kicked you in the Ginobili's, you've never.
Nope.
That's not.
No.
So the last time I cried was when a dog died.
Okay.
And now the last time was 1999 when I got a dog at the pound.
Dang,
so you have not cried in this millennium.
No, that's not true. Because a few weeks ago, my dog died. and I was gone a day for that. And yeah, you can't help it. It was that I did my manly duty of holding it in.
Nobody has a camera, a video,
nope.
a photo of it.
Nope.
I guarantee my pal will not be on video footage of him crying. No.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You're gonna cry, put your face in a towel. There's towels everywhere in the NFL. There's one thing the towels have a lot of. It's players, footballs, and towels.
Yeah.
So you put your face in a towel. That's what I would do. And
now, what about when Luke Kuechly got his bell rung? He was in
that's
the middle
different.
of that game there.
He was knocked silly. He was knocked silly. He had no control
that was the
over
concussion crying, not him.
That was a CTE. Let it out. Let all the CTE out, Luke. My wife, though, she's like, I noticed you didn't get emotional when we got married. It's like, oh, damn. Here we go. Hey, did you cry when your kids were born? Nope, not really. I was sitting there doing math. Oh, this kid's going to cost me. You were
doing math.
Yeah. Like, oh, 18 years. All the things I'm going to have to pay for.
What, was it worth that 15 seconds of glory?
Loss of sleep. Well, for you, 15 seconds.
Jeffrey is more refined. He's got 16
at least. So no, I'm not generally emotional in that way. I mean, I'm a sentimental old fool, but I'm not a crier. I'm just not that.
I saw Miss Kim before we tied the knot.
Yeah.
I let a few tears go.
I would imagine it would have been her, but okay.
No, she was crying too, but I did.
She was crying, and then you were crying because she was crying, and you were both crying because she was ending up with you.
She just looked she was crying because she's got me.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's it. Yeah. But she looked so beautiful. I couldn't help it. I didn't go full on.
Well, that is ridiculous. If you're at a wedding and you're just blubbering, that's ruining.
There's a reason in The Wizard of Oz when the cowardly lion cries, he cries like Russell Wilson and now Kendall Graveman. So yeah. Anyway, so well, then we're done with that. Now, okay, I didn't mean for it to bum you all out that my dog died. Yeah, although no, I'm not going to go there. Fed fan says, sorry for the loss of your beloved pet, Jeffrey. She was a great dog. She really was.
You want me to change the textures right now? Yeah, my mom's dead. So's my dad. There you go. I just took the heat off of you.
Yeah, but then I can just bring it back. No, my dog's dead. Still finding dog hair all over the house, though. That's...
She lives on.
I wonder why.
It's an impressive thing there. She was she's a golden retriever. That's what they do. They follow you around and wait for you to get out of the bathroom, and they shed. That's what they do. Anyway, so what were we doing here? Oh, that's right, a show. Let me get the texters all back into this. And
a show.
Yeah,
we're working.
Well, we got a lot of stuff to talk about here. We have a bunch of NFL, lots happening in the world of the NFL there, and a big old wheel of sports, and of course, more Olympic nonsense. I didn't think we were talking about the Olympics at all. I really didn't, but so much weird crap is happening at those Olympics. We got to at least address it. So Helavan Mike says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Randy, can I please have a shot of Herradura for my 60th birthday?
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
There you go.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Helavan Mike. He says, yeah, I woke up this morning and said, crap, I'm 60. I think I need a drink later. I believe I'll have a cold Guinness with my supper. No tears in public. Suck it up, Buttercup. There you go, Helavan Mike. You are correct.
Yeah.
Nothing
Happy
says
birthday.
60 years old like supper. The use of the word supper.
What?
No.
I think it's a regional thing more than it's an age thing.
No, you show me the 20-year-old who says, oh, Mom, I want some supper.
Don't start with me on 20 years.
You just said it.
Do you? No, come on. I
you
know
are in your
You just
20s.
said it.
I am, but
Technically, you just did it. So.
you go talk to Isaiah or Keon, they don't know what supper is.
I guarantee you they know what supper is.
They know what supper is, but they don't use it.
I guarantee they do.
If I go to Keon, hey, Keon, what time's supper? He's going to know exactly what
He
I'm
knows
talking
exactly
about.
what you're saying, but he doesn't use that at all. He's going to say, well,
I go to
dinner with
Izzy,
macaroni
I
and
see Izzy
cheese.
in the hallway. Hey, Izzy, you want to have supper sometime? He's going to know exactly what I'm talking
And if you invited Josh to supper, he'd say,
Well, we wouldn't.
about. No.
Let's see here. Helavan Mike. Yes, happy birthday. Fed fan says happy birthday, Helavan Mike. Can't Get says, oh yes, the audio is very good. By the way, pizza is best heated up in a toaster oven. You are correct, King of Kittens.
Yeah,
you're
you
also
are
starting
correct.
on fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you have
Well, who
like
cares?
a convection oven.
Yeah, what the hell are you talking about? A fire? There's no
It's a
like
grease
wood
fire.
burning convection ovens or toaster ovens.
No, but if you just plop it
What,
in
you got
there,
some
and,
steampunk thing with a giant chimney.
yeah, well, we go full Mad Max, Waterworld.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
before we go pick up our patchouli oil, we're going to go ahead and make us some pizza in the toaster oven. Where's the blower? The hell kind of pizza oven, toaster oven do you got?
Well, I got Master Blaster over there working on my pizza.
Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, welcome back from vacation. I just got back today after having grandkids at a water park for a few days. Oh, loads of fun.
Yeah.
When are we having the fantasy football draft? I got notebooks full of information, magazines, all the pundits' guesses, who's going to be drafted. I'm getting excited, Jeffrey. Please help me out, please. Can I have a cold beer too? Well, Boomer Sooner, of course you can have the beer. And I had a conversation with the powers that be today, and it is being worked on. There are several different choices, and choices need to be made. So we will let you know as soon as we know the exact date and location of the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Draft Party. It's going to be either the last Saturday in August or the first Saturday in September. Yes, Randy White.
Will there be, Randy White, 1580 Fanatic. Will there be libations for the talent?
Absolutely, always.
Yes. Okay, good. Very good.
We
Very
love good
That's
vibrations.
all I asked. Yeah.
Thunder's Nose says, the last time I cried like that was when the Daily Blender hired Phil. Fish Tank says, so sorry to hear about your pup, Jeffrey. There's nothing weirder than when you drop food on the floor and realize you got to now clean it up for yourself.
That's fun.
Because there's no dog to take care of it. Yeah, that's actually funny because we have a Roomba, right? But you want to run that once a day or whatever. And when I'm not around, because I don't like it. I don't like the noise. Anyway, so then I started to notice in the days after she passed, I was like, whoa, there's food down there. So that's what it would be like, but we're going to get another dog. Life is just better with a dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So Baby Got Dak says, hi, guys. Today, the Giants cut Kelvin Benjamin for taking food home from the training facility.
What?
Remember, he was trying to bulk up and become a tight end, make the transition.
I'm sure the Giants organization would just throw that leftover food out anyway. So they legitimately cut him because he was like, yeah, I'll just take that home. Well, maybe he didn't ask. I just don't understand.
Wow.
How is that a true story? Somebody looked that up. I got to know the details on that. Senior Wake and Bake says, sup, duo. Phil, you jackass. I'd be crying like a dude it did if I had to see you on a daily basis.
Why am I a jackass?
Well, I think it's
Giant, according to the
reference.
New York Post.
Yes, sir.
Kelvin Benjamin. Here's Kelvin Benjamin released after awkward training camp meeting.
Yeah, I've got awkward training camp, but I don't have the
It doesn't say anything about taking food home.
Well, I really want to see that. Let's see. Senior Wake and Bake says, oh, I reread that. King of Kitten says the first Saturday in September is Labor Day weekend. And here's the thing about that. If we do it on a Saturday, you still have the rest of your weekend to Labor Day. You know what I'm saying? It's just part of it. I mean, who's leaving town on Labor Day weekend, really? I mean, if that's something we got to worry about, we'll worry about it. But I'm pretty sure that, it's just make it part of your Labor Day weekend. Big George says, question for Jeffrey O'Brien, 1580 The Fanatic. Will there be a vaccination requirement for Daily Blender draft party? I am fully vaccinated, but I don't want to catch the Delta variant at the draft party. Well, here's the thing about that. No, we're not going to do that. I don't know what the situation is going to be like, but I'm sure it won't be that heavy-handed. But fully vaccinated people can catch the Delta variant just as much as anybody else can. It's just if you're vaccinated, you have less of a chance of being hospitalized or dying. But that doesn't mean you're 100% immune to the Delta variant or whatever else might be going on out there. So don't know how that's all going to shake out, Big George. I guess, anything can happen between now and a month. So we'll see where things are then. Chief Skulls Burner says, afternoon, gents. Kelvin Benjamin couldn't make the transition. So don't see transitions either. I don't understand what that means.
Well, he was trying to make the transition from wide receiver to tight end. Obviously, in the NFL, that was his comeback bid because he always played a little heavy. He was always a little bit bigger. And
wait, it was a typo. He came back and says, no, what I meant to say was I don't see Phil making the transition either.
It loses a lot when you grammatically
yeah.
got killed there.
Yeah. You got to get that right. Large Marge says, rest in peace, Dusty Hill. Oh, from the ZZ Top passed away. Yeah.
Oh,
hell,
fellow, well,
that's too bad.
Kyle G says, amateurs. I reheat my pizza on the grill like a man. You know what? Man card accreditation going to Kyle G. Well done. Well done. All right, let's take that break. We'll come back and talk about that weird stuff happening in the old Olympics.
Oh, boy.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2020 Summer Games, sponsored by Hulu. Time to have great original shows and movies. Time to have Hulu Originals. The women's gymnastics all-around final gets underway early tomorrow morning, but will do so without Simone Biles. USA Gymnastics released a statement earlier today announcing that Biles will not compete in the event and will be replaced by Jade Carey, who had the 9th highest score in qualifying. The statement did not address Biles' future as far as her participation in the apparatus finals, outside of saying that her mental health is being evaluated daily. And round one of the men's golf competition will be underway shortly with plenty of familiar names on the course. Masters champ Hideki Matsuyama will represent the host nation, while the U.S. contingent consists of reigning British Open champion and two-time major winner Colin Morikawa, 2018 Masters champ Patrick Reed, 2017 PGA winner Justin Thomas, as well as Xander Schauffele. With this Summer Games update, I'm Ryan Radke, Westwood One Sports.
Summer of Soul, The Handmaid's Tale, Pen 15, 9 Perfect Strangers. There's no time. You need to watch Hulu Originals now. Original shows and movies really good. Look good. You watch now. No time for grammar. Have to watch Hulu Originals.
I'm coming home, baby, now. I'm coming home now right away. When you have to watch, you have to watch. Time to have Hulu Originals.
Hulu subscription required. Visit hulu.com for plan details.
I'm coming home, baby, now.
Research shows people remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need, here's an ad that'll really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice from the radio say, Liberty Mutual customizes my home insurance, so I only pay for what I need. I'm getting on in years now, but heavens to Betsy, there are some things an old fella like me just never forgets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer. And your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harman Solar today. Harman Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harman Solar, 800-281-3189 or go to harmansolar.com.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic is now your exclusive home to the 6-time world champion
Indoor Football League's Arizona Rattlers. Tune in to The Fanatic for all of the fast-paced, hard-hitting action.
Listen as the Arizona Rattlers vie for the playoffs and their 7th championship in team history. Arizona Rattlers football, exclusively on your new home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports and Olympics, man. I think we just sort of quietly show up and then quietly go away, but weird crap keeps happening. All kinds of weird stuff keeps happening.
What's happening now?
Once you have people on cardboard boxes for mattresses, that's really where it all goes downhill.
Yeah, it set the stage, didn't it? But it turns out that this dude tried to bite a guy boxing.
What?
Yeah.
Mike Tyson is in the Olympics?
Moroccan boxer Yunus Bala tried to go full Mike Tyson, tried to take a chunk out of David Nika there at the Olympics there. And they were in a clinch. They were fighting. I don't know what country either of these guys are from. And it says
you said the one guy was from Morocco.
Well, okay, he's from Morocco, but the other guy, NZL, what's that stand for? New Zealand.
New Zealand.
I figured it out. Anyway, so this New Zealander was whooping his ass pretty good there, you know. And you know how it is. The desperation moved in, and Yunus just says, I'm just going to bite his ear off. And well, it turns out that he was even bad at that too, because Nika was very sweaty, and the other guy had a mouth guard in, so it was just like he was gumming him like. So he's like it tickled, but he's like he tried to bite my cheekbone, but yeah, it does. If you look at the picture, it looked like he's saying to him, "What are you doing later?"
Let's get in the ring and settle this like men.
Is that a little tongue there? Do I see a little tongue working on that?
So, yeah, again, another day of weirdness at the Olympics. He didn't even get penalized for it. And in fact, the New Zealand guy was like, "Yeah, I can't believe he got away with that." And so now they're wondering if he's going to get sanctioned, after the fact. But it doesn't matter. He lost.
Happy couple had a candlelight dinner later on that evening.
I just love when you wear that cologne. Ooh, it smells so good. I could just eat you up. All right, enough of that. By the way, good news. Olympic basketball. Everybody says Olympic basketball is back, and they beat the Iranians.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I hope they beat the Iranians.
I had no idea that they even, played basketball in Iran.
What are you doing? What are you? I could do that.
Trying to focus my damn camera because when I put the picture up there, now I'm all blurry. This is what most people look like to you after you've had a few drinks. So that's probably why you didn't notice.
Familiar. Yeah, I thought that was very familiar to me.
Yeah, well, it'll figure itself out here in a second. Anyway.
Wow, that's I've seen that hand before.
I fixed it.
White.
Yeah. Blinded by my wife.
Blinded by the White.
By Randy White?
No, well, he is stunning. He is mesmerizing.
Well, I mean,
I gotta make everything so uncomfortable, Phil. Anyway, the men's basketball beat Iran 120 to 66. Here's the thing: Iran is not too hard to beat as long as you got bomb sniffing dogs and some metal detectors. Well, I mean, it's just
So I wonder if the U.S. basketball team changed their approach and just let these guys go out and play.
Yeah, has anybody checked in on Ralph from Harmon Solar? He said he would throw a riot if they did not beat the Iranians by 60 plus.
Well, he didn't get 60 plus, but wait, no,
no,
Yeah,
they just came
20 to 60.
Because the spread at the time was 60, and he said if they don't beat them by at least over 60,
Well,
I'm going to throw a solar panel at your face.
So they did get 60 though. Yeah, 64, right?
I believe so.
Yeah,
is
the math 34, 54.
54. Yeah.
No, so you better throw it right.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so Popovich actually did talk about the fact that they changed how they were doing stuff.
Well, that's good.
By the way, I didn't realize this, but Popovich's idea going to the Olympics is, hear me out. We're going to go with two big men. He was trying to clog it with the two big men in there, and then the other teams are like, "Oh, well, don't mind if we do counteract against that and whoop your asses." So, and the fact that he didn't do that in game, make an adjustment, is a sad thing. And Popovich, it turns out, on some of these other games, what would happen is they'd start out, and then he'd wander over to the air conditioning and start screaming about who touched it. And that was what he was doing the entire game. And there's nobody there to coach. So,
is that what happened?
Yeah, old people, Anyway, so yes, all right. So at least, can I be honest? I would rather have seen a loss to Iran than France.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Well, Iran seems tough. Like these aren't guys you want to screw around, but Frenchies. You lost to the French. That's just, it's hard to get over.
There's been many quality French basketball players recently in the NBA.
The current reigning defensive player of the year is Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, the current reigning. I gave everybody COVID when they didn't shut down the season last year.
True.
Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, touching everybody's microphone.
He is French. He does feel like he has to touch everybody's microphones.
You can take that any way you want. But all right, so that's good news, I guess. Let's see what happens if they meet a real opponent. By the way, during this, can I just is there a rule on it? Can you be recruiting other players to your team at this time in the NBA? Can Draymond Green be recruiting other players to the Warriors right now, or is that tampering?
Player-to-player recruitment is
that's okay.
That's always allowed.
Oh, okay, all right. Because he's working hard on that Olympic team. He's out there, hey, who you want to come on? Yeah. So if players can do it, then I don't think there should be a restriction on anybody doing it.
Well, remember, if teams are allowed to do it, then they can start discussing contracts and perks and really get to the nitty gritty that really would seem a bit much, rather than, hey, you should join Phoenix. Phoenix is cool because I'm Devin Booker, and you can get free tacos.
Seems silly.
Speaking of Devin Booker, I don't know if you guys saw the pictures, but he's sporting a new hairdo, and he's wearing a headband now.
Well, thank God for that.
I noticed this morning as I was listening to the morning show, Dale Hellestrade was all over that
on purpose. I mean,
yeah, I guess he has a new haircut, and he's wearing a. I'm trying to look it up here so I can confirm, but yeah, Devin Booker, new hairdo and headband, playing with the Olympics.
Yeah, I see the headband.
Can I just tell you how little I care about that? Because
he shaved his head.
What?
Huh?
All right.
I mean, he's not
text me a
bald.
picture because I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah.
But who gives a crap about his hair or headband? The Phoenix Suns lost the finals. They got bigger fish to fry than his cranium. But I don't know. Don't care. I'm grumpy still about that whole mess. But
yeah.
All right. So Giannis Antetokounmpo, he was asked, "Hey, you gonna watch the them Olympics?" He says, "Oh yeah. What time's the U.S. team playing tonight? I'm gonna watch. What channel?" And this dude from The Athletic, who, by the way, it's a paid sports site, he says, knowing how you feel about subscription to The Athletic, well, Giannis, you're not going to like this. And he says, well, it's on Peacock, which is a pay site.
Right.
And Giannis comes back and goes, well, if I got to pay, never mind. You just won the NBA Finals, and I'm sure you got plenty of money, but on principle, he refuses to pay to watch anything on the TV. So he's like, I ain't paying for that. Dude, if I was making that kind of money, NBA money, I'd have every pay site ever.
Are you kidding me? This is reminiscent of like the baby boomers who came from the Depression era, where they saved every single penny. You remember where Giannis came from? He was selling trinkets.
Yeah.
Trinkets in Greece.
So
that man's not spending a penny above anything necessary.
Well, I guess he doesn't get to watch because it's.
Is he missing much though, Jeffrey? Is he missing?
It's also a good point, Phil. I guess you're right on that. I hate to admit it.
I'm not paying for Peacock or MSNBC or anything else.
I think I have the free Peacock, but I don't think.
Excuse me.
The free Peacock. I think there's a free version of the free the Peacock, and then. I don't know if I can watch Olympics on it because I also don't care. 888-368-1580. Senior Wake and Bake says, Phil, you douchebag. Is that better?
Well, it wasn't I wasn't necessarily insulted by the thing. It was just more so I was curious as to why.
Mm-hmm.
I would just prefer a reason as to why. That way I can better myself.
Probably past performance. Any pick a day, I think is what he's going to tell you. Justin Tip says, good afternoon, gentlemen. I learned to stage dogs. When my new boy gets to be 5 years old, I'll bring in a new pup. The old one teaches the new one. And when the old one goes off to the park in the sky, it's still terrible, hurts badly, but you don't have that empty nest pain. Also, I get a new pup and the cycle continues. Plus, two dogs are always just flat better than one. Yeah, my dog had always been sickly and had special food and all that stuff. So, because she had like itty bitty kidneys. And so we couldn't have another dog because I was afraid another dog would eat her food. And so, yeah, I agree. Two dogs are better than one. If I can get two, I'm getting two. Absolutely. But yeah, that's a good plan. It's a good plan because you notice the absence of a dog. And it's a very painful thing. Hefty Lefty says, looks like we need nets in boxing now, huh, Randy?
Yep. We're going to have to net the fighters and just cut two holes where their arms come out so they can't get to each other's ears and other extremities.
Yeah. Hefty Lefty also says, studies show that repeated abuse causes third wheels of blender to leave after, about a year-ish. Has there been studies on that? Big George says, Iran may take our hostages and fire missiles at our bases and commodore our ships in the Red Sea, but we'll always kick their asses in basketball.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I bet we thought that about the Frenchy French, didn't we? Robert in Surprise says, here's a free advertisement for the Fanatic. And he's got a big Fanatic sticker right there in his CrossFit Celsius toolbox. That's cool, man. Hey, Robert Surprise, were you the guy who was making the cornhole boards? Was that Robert?
Oh, yeah. I don't remember who.
And by the way, where did you get the sticker? Because we don't have stickers. How did you get a sticker? All right, I need information. Did you print that and cut it out? That's awesome, actually. That looks pretty cool. In fact, we should post that on our website. I'm going to grab that image here in a little bit. And if you don't mind and give photo credit, I want to post that. That's awesome, man. Thanks for that, Robert. Chief Scold Burner says, I believe player-to-player recruitment is not allowed in the NBA. Still tampering if outside the period where you can talk to players about moving teams. Players have been fined in the past, actually, for tampering. So when is the time period, and is Draymond Green itching for a fine right now?
I don't think that's correct, though, because if you remember, if you look back at like the Heatles, they are notoriously linked to the Olympics, was what helped get those all together, because they were all separated and they all came together for the Olympics. They all played Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and that's where they discussed on how, where, and all the details of what they would do.
So basically, Chief Skulls Burner, Phil is saying you're a mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging moron, and you're wrong.
Thank you.
Jesus. Phil's just angry today. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey fortunately feels right. The guy was raised. They didn't have much money. And, once you're raised that way, it's in your blood. Parents teach you don't frivolously spend your money. That's why now he's not paying for that crap. I kind of feel like he does. I'm about ready to cut that cord.
Let's see here. I've looked this up and I have stumbled across this this article on the SI.com. But it says here, NBA players and Articles 35 and 35A, the league constitution, have no doubt that an owner, general manager, coach, scout, or player cannot try to persuade persons employed by another team to join their team.
I feel like I'm going to die. Oh, it dropped the degree. It went up a degree in here. It's hot, Randy. I feel like I could die right now. Oh, God. What I did there? I just did my imitation of Olympic tennis player. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I was reading the tampering article, and you started complaining your impending death.
Sorry, just sort of came to me there. So, yay or nay, is Draymond tampering?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, good. Well, I hope they find the hell out of him. Ukla the Mock says, sorry, Radio Pal, about your dog. I know what it's like. And hi, Randy. And Filbert, shut up.
Thank you.
Howdy.
Boogie says, U.S. basketball will win the silver this year. We have college hockey teams that could beat Iranian basketball team. And free the peacock, he says. Senior Wake and Bake says, Iran lost because they ran themselves tired. They never had so much room to run because of all the landmines,
And they ran.
Okay, so here's a picture from that Phil shows me. There's no headband, but yes, Devin
Booker.
Yeah, thank you. Haircut. All right, great. Yeah. Boy. Large Marge says, Phil shouldn't even talk about people wanting to touch things in the shape of microphones. Jeez Louise. Yeah, not everything's dirty, man.
That's a good point.
Jim P. in Avondale says, good afternoon, gentlemen. First round of Jameson on me. I'll have one.
On his thighs, or what do you think?
Oh, Jesus, Phil.
Wow, Phil. You don't even get one now.
Robert in Surprise says, yeah, the cornhole board's still sitting in my garage waiting for you guys to go live someplace. Well, it has been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. Thanks for that, Robert. And yeah, as soon as we know, you'll know, buddy. Chief Skull says, I'm in my car on the way to the studio, Phil.
Oh.
To do what? What happened? What I missed?
Yeah, we do have double stuffed Oreos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to do that salsa taste test later. Oh, my mouse just died. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, I'm not going to tell Phil to shut up today because I said that to my 2 grandkids most of the past 3 days. You're all shut up out.
Yeah, he's kind of tired of saying it then. Yeah.
I tell a kid to shut up. I'll tell your kids to shut up. And anybody has a problem with it, I'll tell them to shut up.
Instead of saying shut up, why don't we change it up a bit? You got to find more creative ways, like hush your mouth.
I'm gonna shut the bleep up. Yeah. Go ask your mom what that word means.
Yeah.
And I'll tell her to shut the bleep up too. How about that? Hefty Lefty says, is Phil playing Candy Crush in there, or is he just checking for ingrown pubes? Why does he keep looking down?
I'm actually trying to find out about some breaking news.
Wait, there's breaking news?
Well, it's not breaking news. It's just updated. So
Phil has breaking news.
This is breaking news.
Yes, there are indeed 3 new pubescent hairs.
Fluorescent hairs?
Yeah, they glow in the dark.
That'd be something. So come on, give me the breaking news.
I was going to send it to you to see if it merited anything, but
well, now we're here.
Yes, here we are. Sean Payton has come out during a press conference and publicly saying that Michael Thomas's surgery, a season half-ending surgery, should have happened a lot sooner. He said,
We talked about that. We wonder, it's like, why would he wait until so late? And he did it so that they couldn't cut him.
Right. But this is the first time that the organization, somebody from the organization, has commented on it. And Sean Payton's like, quite honestly, it should have happened sooner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he's absolutely right. But it was a strategic move, probably figured out by him and his agent to make sure he got paid.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Boo hoo. So he played the system. All right. So what? Fed fan says, leave it to Jeffrey to make a stupid comment about tennis. Well, I didn't say nothing about tennis itself, but let's face it, your tennis players are soft. If they're sitting there complaining, oh, it's so damn hot, we're talking like as they say, 10-ply soft. I mean, that is some soft stuff right there. Oh, I could die, but I'll go on. Dude, seriously, 80 degrees. Walk it off. Come on, man. I get it. Everything's relative and humidity and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, I get it if it's 90, but if it's 80, man up. Okay. Anyways, the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Among successful enterprises, there's one key factor that drives profitability.
We'll have it for you in the next 3 days.
Reputation. What do you do if just hours before delivery, the electrical grid that powers your office is taken out? If you already have generator backup, you make that deadline.
Emergency power you can control. Gentech is a nationwide leader in power generation sales, rentals, and services, headquartered right here in Arizona with 24/7 emergency response. Gentech is a full-service power generation company specializing in gaseous and diesel generators. Gentech also provides solutions for the rental industry and power distribution. We've all experienced it. The grid will go down. Be prepared. Call Gentech at 800-625-8324. That's 800-625-8324. Or go to gentechusa.com. That's Gentech, Gentech, 800-625-8324.
What's in store this week at your local Staples?
Bigger savings every day.
That's because Staples has just lowered their everyday prices on paper, pens, and markers.
Right now, a ream of Staples True Red copy paper is only $3.99.
Plus, select 5 packs of Sharpie markers and 4 packs of Expo Dry Erase markers are each just $3.99 every day.
Shop in store or pick up curbside and save at Staples.
Limit 3. Curbside available at most stores. See staples.com/weekly ad for details.
Your favorite radio station.
And now you're up to date on the news. Stand by for weather and traffic right after this.
It wakes you up, starts your day, and keeps you informed as well as entertained.
You guys are absolutely the best.
How do you like to work here?
At The Fanatic, we're looking for commissioned sales reps to knock on doors, set up appointments, and extol the benefits of advertising with your favorite radio station. Send your resume to jobs at 1580thefanatic.com.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at The Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-ProCopy. That's 602-776-2679.
The Fanatic.
Hey guys,
yeah.
Frenchy French and Chickles of Somethia is playing each other there on the TV in the Olympic basketball. Which team is which? Which one's Frenchy French and which one's
the darker colored jersey?
Well, the Frenchy French probably are the ones that are eating cheese and smoking cigarettes while they play the game.
Oh, there I see a guy with a beret. Okay,
yeah,
so
there you go.
The guys in white, that's the Czechoslovakia.
Okay.
And there's a reason they just lost by 20 points.
Huh.
I
wanted to ask you about this. Something you want to tell Phil and I, Jeffrey?
No, I'm trying to say something here.
Oh.
I saw this guy shooting free throws, and he had a man bun, a little teeny man bun, and that's why Czechoslovakia just lost. Because
Man
of that.
bun.
Yeah. Well, anyways, what was it? I hear myself on your speakers. Could you fix that, please?
It's something that you want to tell Jeffrey. You want to tell Phil and I
about what?
Any breaking news in your life recently, like today?
Anything you want to open up about?
I don't know what you guys.
You want to come clean with anything?
Clean about what?
You trying to two-time Phil and I, are you?
What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. Coyotes signed O'Brien to a 1-year contract.
Listen,
26-year-old O'Brien registered 0-3-3 with 40 penalty minutes in 12 games with the Colorado Avalanche.
Okay,
this past season.
To be fair, I am twice that age, so
Yeah,
clearly that is not me.
On your press release, it says 26-year-old. I think that's terrible that you're lying to the Coyotes. Also, it says you're 6'1", 213
Yeah,
pounds.
that's all. Well, okay, I am 210 to 213 pounds right now. That is true.
I think we should also clear this up that the Halifax, Nova Scotia native has also collected 67, 78, and 145 and 653 PIM in 382 career AHL contests.
Yeah, clearly
Something you
not.
wanna tell?
No, clearly not me. It's not me. It
Some-
wasn't me.
Someone you share with Phil and I?
No, this wasn't me. Somebody else. It's a different O'Brien. What do
Does
they say?
Radio Ron know that you're playing college
He wouldn't-
hockey
he wouldn't
with
care.
the Coyotes.
As long as I get all my other chores done, well, you wouldn't give a damn. But what is this O'Brien's first name? It's not Jeffrey.
Let me see here.
O'Brien, by the way, is not really a typical name for somebody from Nova Scotia.
Yeah, the general manager, Armstrong, announced the Coyotes forward. Oh, never mind. It's not you. It's Liam O'Brien.
I told
Liam.
you. I told you that wasn't me. You didn't want to listen. You just want to keep
Pardon
going.
me.
Yeah.
I do apologize.
Although, I mean, I was a fairly decent hockey player. I didn't really go deep in on it. I didn't spend a lot of time
with
with it.
headlines. Coyotes sign O'Brien to 1-year contract.
No, I see why you would jump to that conclusion and automatically accuse me of cheating on the show and you know, moonlighting on the radio station. But that's the cool thing about Radio Ron. He wouldn't care. In fact, he keeps telling me, he's like, listen, if you want to go out and get another job, I'm not going to stand in your way. If you want to go, in fact, here's the newspaper. Look right here where I'm circling. If you want to go and interview for a few jobs, who am I to get in the way of your dreams, Jeffrey?
Well,
if you wanted to work in the service industry right here, which I think you're uniquely qualified for, right
As a
here.
dishwasher, I believe.
In fact, I've called ahead for you. By golly, I am not going to give you a hard time about it. He's very supportive in that way. So,
see.
no, I don't think he would have minded. What were we doing here? Oh.
I was calling you out about signing a 1-year contract with the Coyotes.
We were talking about the Frenchy French and the beret and the man bun.
Oh, it was the Czechoslovakians with the
Boom, shaboom.
dude
Man
with the
bun.
man bun. That's why they lost. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, congratulations. We got some gold by the women's 3-on-3, which by the way, a lot of those ratings that they'll get for the women's 3-on-3,
it's 3v3.
we're very brief. No, it says right here 3-on-3, and so a lot of men rush to the TV, beer in hand, maybe a bottle of lotion over there, and I was like, all right, I got wait, that's WNBA. That's like 60% of a WNBA game on 50% of the floor. Where's the 3-on-3 action? Crap. What's that, honey? No, I'm gonna have to come make love to you tonight. That happened in households across the country right there.
Wow.
So, it's the team of Stephanie Dolson, Alicia Gray, Kelsey Plum, and Jackie Young. I don't know who they are either. But they won against the filthy Russian Olympic Committee team.
That's good. Finally.
The Rock team. Yeah. Still don't get why the Russians are there.
Because they will
Stop.
Russia you.
No. There's been several times in my life where it wasn't what I thought it would be. First, 3-on-3. And then before that, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants was not the kind of movie I thought it would be. Not even close. is very disappointing. So, you get used to that kind of disappointment as a man. Just saying. I'm not the only person who thought that.
Yes, you do.
Box of Screws says, I feel like the headline women's 3-on-3 deserves a giggity, but the WNBA part kind of tampers my excitement. Well, listen, there are some fanny pack wearing flannel shirt enjoying gals out there who are all about that headline.
And they're all named Marge.
Boogie says, Randy, what if Jeffrey's lying about his name? Maybe Liam is his alias. He's a hockey player, or vice versa. What is the other way?
What if? What if?
Yeah, it's not it. It's not it at all. Big George says, Kelsey Plum is kind of pretty, actually. So if you were in a bind, okay, I can't read the rest of that. He says, I agree with Jeffrey on the tennis thing. But apparently, none of those tennis players have played tennis in the middle of summer in Phoenix. See, here's the thing. It wasn't even that. It was 80 or so degrees. I get it. Humidity can play a part. And if you're not used to the heat, it could maybe
get out of the kitchen,
play havoc on you. But yeah, it was a dude, right? It says Daniel. That's a Medvedev. That's a dude, right? I thought I saw a picture of a dude.
Elton John would say as much.
Michael Medved, I guess, was playing the tennis, and he got had to take he had to take a medical timeout. And he's like, I can finish the match, but I can die. Okay, well, good for you, Ruski. It was a Russian guy.
So I don't understand. They were complaining because it was 80 degrees. Have they never played outdoor tennis before?
That's the other thing. Why didn't they get some air conditioning up in there? I guess earlier, Paula Badosa suffered a heat stroke when she played the Czech Republic's gal, and she wasn't able to come back to the game after that. And then somebody else had an issue. So, but of course, Badosa, she had the COVID early in the year. So that, I don't know, may have played into it. But still, it just was not a very good look to see a guy like, oh, I'm fine. I can finish the match, but I can die. Like, okay.
Die.
Thank you for being dramatic. Thank you. You're wearing shorts, right? Yeah, okay. As long as we're all agreeing, you're wearing shorts. Big George says, yeah, they don't know what real heat is like. I've always said the ultimate Summer Olympic Games will be here in Phoenix. Don't know if they'd ever hold the surfing events. Oh, they got big surf. But all the other water sports can be done in Tempe Town Lake.
I don't know. I think the FIFA World Cup, I know it's not the Olympics, but the FIFA World Cup in Qatar, that was pretty hot.
Are you being oddly sexual right now?
No,
or are you?
I'm
okay.
serious.
Like,
that was
wow, those guys
4
are
years
hot.
ago.
Oh, it's hot.
No, I think that they were record heat over there when they were playing.
Yeah. What was the temperature there?
I think it was like in the 120s.
120s.
No big deal. Lacrosse guy says, hey, guess who stole your text line thing? The other station down the dial. I only know that because you were on a commercial. And okay, we now know that you have ADD. And don't care if he stole the text line. This is our text line. It's not like, he's not stealing you guys.
Right?
Is he?
We hope.
Fed fan says, okay, smart A with a blank, blank, blank. I think she means smart ass. It was 113 degrees on the court. Well, why are they just maybe hose the girl down? The guys. All of them. Not specifically the girls, but if we had a choice.
And while they're at it, hose down the tennis balls.
Yeah, hose down your balls. You gotta
it's a source of tremendous
sure. Well, they shouldn't be letting anybody play. I agree on that. No, Fed fan. Yeah, you're right. 113. That's too damn hot. That is too damn hot. I thought it was just 80. I heard it was 80. So, Hefty Lefty he sends a text says, if he dies, he dies. Just the Tip says, I had a dream last night. I saw Wayne from Letterkenny rolling up his sleeves with that gleam in his eye, and he's walking right towards Phil. I don't even think the fetal curl bad crying thing would save Phil, though.
The fetal curl. That is Phil's one move.
Well, you forgot the naked part.
Yeah, otherwise, it just doesn't work.
Oh, yes.
Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, not to get corny, don't lose my man card, but you're by far and away one of the best personalities in the Phoenix radio airwaves. So don't let it get to your head, big guy. Just know it's the truth. Boomer Sooner. Wow, that was really nice. I was waiting for the
corny.
I was waiting for the shoe to drop. Some insults come flying in. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that.
We're not used to people actually being real with that.
Yeah, because there's always like or pause. Body blow, knock him out. All right, guys, got to take a break. We'll be back. More of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Mortgage rates are nearing all-time lows. Now is the time to refinance or purchase a home and take advantage of the low-rate environment. District Lending can help. We are a local mortgage broker that's been helping Arizona homeowners for years. We have rates into the low twos on certain products, and we never charge any lender fees. Call or text 480-694-7890, or you can check out our rates at districtlending.com/rates. NMLS ID 1835285, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-ProCopy. That's 602-776-2679.
Among successful enterprises, there's one key factor that drives profitability.
We'll have it for you in the next 3 days.
Reputation. What do you do if just hours before delivery, the electrical grid that powers your office is taken out? If you already have generator backup, you make that deadline.
Emergency power you can control. Gentech is a nationwide leader in power generation sales, rentals, and services, headquartered right here in Arizona with 24/7 emergency response. Gentech is a full-service power generation company specializing in gaseous and diesel generators. Gentech also provides solutions for the rental industry and power distribution. We've all experienced it. The grid will go down. Be prepared. Call Gentech at 800-625-8324. That's 800-625-8324. Or go to gentechusa.com. That's Gentech, Gentech, 800-625-8324.
Hey, this is Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers. At times, life can feel scary, and we can get overwhelmed by anxiety. Mindfulness can help you get through these tough times. My nonprofit is partnering with Headspace to offer free content to help you stress less. It's as easy to do as this. Take a big, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. In and out. Head to kevinlovefund.org/headspace and be kind to your mind.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside my heterosexual life partner, Randy White. We got Phil there pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, broadcasting live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And well, I don't know how we managed to do it, but we talked an awful lot about the Olympics in the last hour.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is something that is happening around the world. The entire world is tuned. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it more than anyone's watched it. Yeah. That's kind of a weird and sobering thought right there. And then, of course, now another day of controversy. This came from when Olympic German judo competitor goes up there. She's like, all right, I'm ready to go. And then the coach is like, shakes her back and forth like she owes her like money, like, and then slaps her in the face. Everyone's like, oh my God. Yeah, they're walking up to the mat for the judo. Coach grabs her by the shoulders, shakes her back and forth. Why, you little? And then she goes out there and she gets her match. And People are like, what the hell is going on? Even Rex Chapman was like, what's going on at the Olympia? It turns out she likes it that way. Okay, maybe that came out wrong. It's part of her routine, is what I'm saying. She says, well, no, it wasn't hard enough. I wish I could, she said, listen, it's my ritual, and the coach was doing what I want him to do to fire me up, to wake me up. So, okay, well, that makes sense because she was big enough to whoop his ass, if she didn't like what's going on. But when you first see it, you're like, oh my God, they're getting her ass beat by her own coach. It just seemed wrong.
That begs the question, Jeffrey, did you have like a routine, similar sort of violent routine to get you ready to play the football?
No. Well, okay. You and your buddies would do one of two things.
Yeah.
You'd get fired up and you'd hit pads, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Phil, you did that, right?
Yeah. It was more helmets.
Man, Kate, well, you're an alignment, so it was helmets.
Yeah.
The rest of us were like hitting pads because we were insane. And the other thing was I would take the chin strap off and come up behind people and go, pa, and hit them on the top of the helmet. I don't know if your more modern helmets did this, but when you used to do that, you hit the little metal on the top of somebody's helmet. It made a noise in the helmet. It would ring your ears. So I'd come up behind people, go, yeah, ping! And then people hated that. You never did that?
No, I don't know whether or not it had that capability, just because we never even tried it.
Is that just me? I mean, this was back in the 80s, but I took the chin strap off. You're like whack. You're like, just hitting them with a belt. You hit them with your chin strap, and the metal hits the top of the helmet, and it makes a noise.
Wow.
Please, somebody out there tell me that they had Raven Kid. Anyone? I don't know. They're more modern now, so I don't know.
See, I had something similar to that before the ball game. I'd put my gear on, my catcher's gear, and one of my teammates, generally, I had a buddy, we called him Radar, Doug. He'd hit both my shin protectors with his aluminum bat, and then he would punch me in the chest protector really hard.
Sure.
And then slap me on either side of my head. Unfortunately, I didn't have my mask on when he would hit the head, but I was ready to go at that point. I was ready to go out there and stop the baseball or take whatever abuse was being dished out today by the pitching staff.
Oh, that was way better than any stuff we did in football. That
was a lot
awesome.
of fun.
Yeah,
I understand. You gotta get fired up before you get on the mat of competition.
Boomer Sooner says, yeah, Jeffrey, I did it in the 70s. We used to do it, the Wimpy players. They'd come out of the game like at night. It was cold just before the game. Wham, wham, wham. And then they'd run on the field and play. So let's see. Ukla says, oh, Radio Pal, you have a voice that could kill a dog. You've been accusing me of that for years, and I'll never accept it. Large Marge says, yeah, that Olympic tennis boy. Tell him not much sympathy from all of us here in Arizona. 113? Ha! Is it an 8-hour shift? You're soft as a baby Phil. You're soft as a baby Phil.
There was nothing softer.
He says, we do that every day. SOL says, wait, Czech Republic has women? Yeah, why wasn't I told about this? Well,
they're still investigating.
It's hard to tell. Bruno Baller says, hey, guys, just checking in. Did Phil bring in the Oreo cookies and salsa? Yes, he did. He did. Unfortunately, Randy is doing the show from his home studio right now, so only I will get to taste test this today.
And I also brought some chips because
I don't understand that.
Well, I didn't want the salsa to go to waste if it wasn't a mix with the Oreos and salsa.
I'll just take it home.
Oh, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be amazing. I'll be honest with you. I wish I was there. I really wish I was there.
I'm really not sure what to think if it's going to be good or bad. We'll do that a little bit later on in the show.
You guys got to leave me a couple of those cookies and some of that salsa so I can try it on when I get back there to the studio.
Well, in that case, I'll just keep the jar here in your fridge, and I'll keep some those cookies hidden. And
we'll nice. Yeah, keep them hidden though, because we know what happens around the weekends in the radio station.
Oh, yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, "This is our text line. There are apparently many others like it, but this one is ours."
Yes.
It's like what they say about their rifle in the Army.
Yes.
So seriously, somebody else has kind of stolen our text line thing. I'm actually more surprised that it took this long, because here's the thing. This is just a lot of fun doing it this way. And I'm so surprised it took this long for somebody to steal the idea from us. But here's the thing. It ain't going to be like ours.
No.
Because I don't know who it is. I honestly don't know who it is. I'm sure you guys know. But whoever is doing the text line idea at another station, they can't help but make themselves the most important part of it.
Oh.
You guys are the most important part of this text line. whoever else is using it's going to read something, and go, well, you're an idiot, and your thoughts aren't even as important as mine, and you're going to get maybe a few texts read, and then he'll probably end up getting sick of it, and they'll move on with their lives.
Yeah,
They're never going to get it like this.
Yeah, the only things we don't read are stuff that would get us in trouble for the FCC, and even then, we modify it. We modify it.
Yeah, the filthy stuff. Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, somebody was the first to take phone calls, and then other people started doing it, and we were the first to really utilize a text line in the way we're doing. And like I said, I'm surprised it took them that long to rip us off.
So you were there when the first phone calls were made?
No, the first text.
How was Alexander Graham Bell?
I was there when the first phone calls were taken.
Sweaty hands. Sweaty hands.
Oh, yeah.
Big George says, what was that German coach name? Trevor Bauer. That's right. Let's see.
I was wondering when it was going to get to that. All right.
Yeah. Ukla says, wow, Phil thought ahead. Good job, little fella. Nicely done. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, you're absolutely right. They all can try to appease us. They'll do a couple of segments, a couple of textures there, a segment there. They'll move on, rehash the same thing time after time. I don't know how I can't read. I'm not going to read the radio station you're mentioning, but he says, I don't know how those guys are still on the radio. Oh, it's from that station? Seriously? I thought it was the other station. That station is ripped off the text line? Well, they're adorable.
We'll have to talk about it.
I haven't thought about them in a long time because I haven't needed a Toyota. So those rat bastards have stolen the idea.
Well.
Good luck with that.
That wouldn't be the first non-original idea.
Hey, okay, now, hey, buddy. Yeah, guess what? You'll never be me. 888-368-1580. Oh, brother.
There's no way that. No, never mind.
One out of the two of them can't read anyway.
I was going to say.
Yeah, they can't read.
And it's not the football player.
No,
and the other one doesn't know how to operate a phone.
Well, overly medicated. So, Chief Skulls Burner says, by the way, Jeffrey, sorry to hear about your dog. It is hard to lose a family member. Yeah, we're very sad about it, but it's getting better. He says, Phil, anything with Sean Payton, by the way, for future notice, not breaking news.
That's not true. Sean Payton's very entertaining as a head coach. Remember when he was going up and jibing the players, going up and doing the choke sign during a playoff game? He's over there with the Saints every time that they beat Tom Brady, throwing a water Kool-Aid party. I mean, he's a very entertaining coach.
A water Kool-Aid party?
I used to kind of think he was cool, but then he reminded me of a guy I worked with in Palm Springs by Jeff Bloom. It kind of reminds me of him. So now every time I see him on TV, I'm just like, oh, brother. The guy who called the police because ducks were in his pool. That guy. Yeah.
Well, he reminds you as far as facially,
okay. And that I just ate a sour lemon look. Why does Sean Payton always look like he's just ate some sour lemon?
Well, he's always chewing gum on the side.
And no, that's Pete Carroll. King Kitten says, my lady friend had a dog with kidney problems. On her vet's recommendation, she started to cook homemade fresh dog food with carrots, peas, other vegetables and grains. She fed the food to both the dog with the medical problems and her other dog. They both responded positively. Well, this is a little bit different than that. This was a liver, not a liver thing, but it was a kidney thing where she had itty bitty, and we were afraid the other dog would eat all of her food, and it was very expensive. Teriyaki says, this is the first time I've ever been the most important part of anything. Thank you, gentlemen. Well, you guys are. Listen, you're the fourth co-host. That's where the whole term, the fourth dimension, came from, is your text coming into the show. And you'll probably also notice I don't have guests on this show. Randy and I have never had any interest in talking to the same old sports writers over and over again, the same old retired athletes over and over again, and just having the same conversations over and over again.
Or even if they are talking to current players, it's all coach speak.
It all sounds the same. So, listen, you guys are the most important part of this show and always will be. Just the Tip says, confusing movies for Phil: Enter the Dragon, Doctor Strangelove, and Superfly.
Wow.
I don't get that. Let's see here. All right, let's move on. So we talked about German woman who's like, slap my face, I like it. We got that done. Okay. So I saw this poll, people saying, should skateboarding be an Olympic sport?
Okay.
Obviously, the answer is no.
I'm interested to hear what the poll says.
Well, okay, before we go on, let me just remind you that the Daily Blender has determined that both skateboarding, surfing, not sports. Climbing, not a sport.
Not Olympic sports. They're not Olympic sports.
They're not sports of any kind. They're
not be a
activities.
Surfing can kill you.
Because we've determined that stuff that is subjective where you get judged on it, that's not a sport.
But specifically, they have no place in the Olympics.
I'm not saying it's not manly. I'm not saying it's not kind of an awesome thing. You can get out there on a piece of wood and go up on the waves and do your thing. I think, how are you going to make that dirty, Phil?
I mean, that one's the easiest one to make dirty out of all of them.
How? Surfing, you're on
get a piece of wood and ride the wave.
I should have said plywood.
Yeah.
I should have said a board. No, that's you'll still, yeah.
Mm.
So I just anything where you get scored by people, I don't like that as a sport. So
Get scored by people.
But that's not dirty. Getting scored by somebody.
It's a very manly
okay,
sport. Yeah.
All right,
Anyways,
but the
continue.
Olympics, though, Jeffrey, have been based on many extreme events such as weightlifting and diving.
Whoa, time out.
And wrestling.
I'll give you weightlifting. Why? Because somebody's going to lift the most weight and they'll win. So that's like reaching a score.
But you've got the diving and you've got the.
I don't dig diving.
Well, I understand that, but I'm just saying the Olympics have these sports where there are scores involved. These events, let me say this, the events where scoring is involved, but that's what made the Olympics special. It shouldn't be a bunch of skateboarding and surfers in the
right.
I mean, come on, man.
All right, so this won't be about is it a sport? Is it not a sport? It's just, should this be something in the Olympics?
Okay.
And I don't feel like sport climbing should be in the Olympics. I don't feel like BMX riding should be in the Olympics. I don't feel like surfing or skateboarding should be in there. And, but so then they did a poll and they asked these questions. And you know what they said? The one that was the worst? The regular American folks out there, 3 versus 3 basketball got the worst scoring as far as should it be an Olympic sport or not.
See, I agree with that. That's that's going to the park and doing some pickup basketball.
That's fair. Okay, I got you on that. But still, I'd rather see 3-on-3 where there is a score and you can actually have a definitive winner than skateboarding, surfing, biking, or climbing.
Well, now wait a minute.
Climbing for speed, maybe. If you have a winner.
Isn't surfing based on score, though?
Yeah, but somebody holds up a card and tells you what that score is. You're not being, and it's kind of one of the problems I have with gymnastics. But again, I'm not going to fight on the what is and what isn't a sport thing for this. It's an Olympic thing. The gymnastics fits into the Olympic spirit, but skateboarding, surfing, come on, man.
How was the format of the question put? Because if it's saying out of these, which one's like the worst, which one would you want
it
to
was voting on the newest events and which ones should or should not be Olympic sports. And an awful lot of people didn't know. So the percentage across middle, usually about 35 to 25% of people just didn't know. So they're asking a lot of dumbasses. Hey, what do you think of this? I like cheese. So those get thrown out. But as far as what was the most not a sport, it was 3 versus 3 basketball. After that, it was sport climbing. After that, BMX, surfing, and skateboarding. So even most Americans realize those sports don't need to be in the Olympics. But karate, I'm okay with karate, just like I would be okay with boxing.
Well,
baseball, okay. I feel like it doesn't need to be in there, but
no,
I'm okay with it because it's a scoring thing. Softball and cycling. Well, I thought we already had cycling.
Well, I wish they would go back to the roots of the Olympic Games. They were initially just a one-day event.
Sure.
And they had, for example, they had the pentathlon.
Well, you also had a lot of nudity and guys oiled up in wrestling.
Okay. All right. And they had, speaking of wrestling, they had wrestling. They had the track events, the running, jumping, discus throw. They had many of these different events that were, I would consider sports. There is a determined winner and there is a determined loser. Even boxing is one of the original sports. Then they have the equestrian sports, which have gotten out of hand.
Hold on. The equestrian stuff has no place in the Olympics unless it's the Olympics for horses. Because the person on the horse ain't doing bleep. It's the horse doing all the work, but the person on the horse gets the medal and the horse gets some hay if they're lucky.
Well, I get that,
Sugar
but these
cubes.
but listen, but hear me out though. This was a flat out chariot race in the Hippodrome. All right, so that would
I'd
be
be all for
exciting.
that one coming back.
Kind of cool.
Kind of cool. So I wish instead of adding all of these skateboarding, surfing, and can we just go back to the original Olympic events and be done with it?
Oh no, we're never.
Yeah,
we're never going
3-on-3 basketball, ribbon dancing is nowhere in here.
No,
Can you
yeah.
imagine naked guys out there doing ribbon dancing?
Well,
I
Phil
can.
can. Yeah, Phil can. But
Well, that's just a normal
and
Thursday
now,
night for Phil, but-
now I'm imagining it. Thank you. I didn't need that, but now that's in my mind.
Well, I mean, wasn't the Olympics designed to show, your athletes, actually winning an event? Not
Sure.
There was no gymnastics.
Yeah.
There was no iron cross, tumbling, the hobble horse, and the rest of that business.
Yeah.
There was none of that.
Well, listen, old timer, I don't want to get you all riled up about putting up nets
I'm
around
already
the
there,
Olympics.
Jeffco.
But
I'm already there. Yeah.
Some of the Olympic sports I don't mind, the more modern stuff, but some of it is like dumb.
Like, there wasn't all that racing. I think the racing, if you're talking about on foot, it was just like one race, a long distance race. There wasn't a 4x100.
Well, it was the original marathon.
Exactly. There was just an original marathon. There wasn't all these runs, and we like that. We like the track and field events on the most part.
I don't mind the track and field events. I don't mind gymnastics. I mean, I'm going to tell you, some of that is just not a sport, but it's an event. I don't mind the Olympic. See, that's when you're going to know what I think about something the Olympics. When I call it an Olympic sport, then yeah, it's a sport. But if I say that Olympic event, then I don't think it's a real sport.
I think the one,
but it doesn't mean it doesn't have a place in the Olympics.
I think the one that you're most right about is surfing surfing, because they don't have a static environment. They all have to just go with whatever wave they're given, take 3, and if you don't get a good enough wave as the next guy. It's not the one thing with diving is at least you're all getting the same
luck
board.
involved. Yeah.
Yeah. You're getting the same board. You're getting the same pool.
I love the get out of my yard stance you're taking, Randy. On the
I want to go back.
Olympics.
I want to go back to 708 or CB or whatever DC.
646.
Back in my
Phil.
day, we had the javelin. If you got a guy in the heart, you won.
And if you got the Minotaur on the second attempt, you got a hypochondriac.
You know what, Phil? I'm not part of your Minotaur fantasy club, so leave me out of it, Jack.
That is getting weird, isn't it? Yeah. Let's take a break. We come back. We'll talk about which sports Americans would like added to the Olympics.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
There's a lot of bad ones. I'm going to just spoil alert. It's going to
All
piss you off. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2020 Summer Games, sponsored by Credit Karma Money. Progress starts here. Here's an updated look at the medal count going into prime time tonight. The United States has the most overall medals with 31, followed by China with 27 and the ROC with 23. The host nation, Japan, is 4th in total medals with 22, but has more golds than any other country with 13. China has 12 gold medals, while the U.S. has 11. Katie Ledecky won one of those 11 golds last night, dominating the field once again to win the 1500 freestyle event. Ledecky does not have any individual events on her schedule tonight, but is expected to compete in the women's 4x200 freestyle relay. That's one of 5 swimming finals on tap tonight. The men's 100 free final features American Caleb Dressel, who is in search of his second gold of the games. Other finals include the men's 800 free and 200 breaststroke and the women's 200 fly. With this Summer Games update, I'm Ryan Radke, Westwood One Sports.
Credit Karma Money is a brand new checking account where you can win daily Instant Karma purchase reimbursements on items up to $5,000. Over $3 million in Instant Karma has already been given away to over 50,000 Credit Karma members and counting. Visit creditkarma.com/winmoney now to open your free account and start winning Instant Karma. That's creditkarma.com/winmoney. Instant Karma is sponsored by Credit Karma. No purchase necessary. Exclusions and terms apply. See rules. Banking services provided by MVP Bank Inc. Member FDIC. Maximum balance and transfer limits apply.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents.
Check it out, Limu, a roadside carnival.
Step right up, folks. Test your strength. Come see the fire-breathing baby.
Let's fan out and tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Look, an emo wearing sunglasses.
Limu, you're famous. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Mortgage rates are nearing all-time lows. Now is the time to refinance or purchase a home and take advantage of the low-rate environment. District Lending can help. We are a local mortgage broker that's been helping Arizona homeowners for years. We have rates into the low twos on certain products, and we never charge any lender fees. Call or text 480-694-7890, or you can check out our rates at districtlending.com/rates. NMLS ID 1835285, equal housing lender.
Summertime. And your summer home for sports in the Valley has what you need to cool you off. The NBA is looking to crown a new champion. The NHL gives another team the right to spend a year with Lord Stanley's Cup. Baseball is gaining momentum towards the playoffs. The NFL opens training camp to get ready for a new season. Yes, summertime is the best time of the year. Stay up to date with everything summertime has to offer on your summer home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Today, the Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And Boomer Sooner wanted me to clear something up. I don't think anybody really cares, but he said, he says, listen, I don't want to get anything wrong here. He says, I was talking about that station stealing the text line, idea. And then he says, but after that, I was talking about a really horrible show on the radio. I wasn't saying it was the same thing. And so he wanted to make sure that was clear. But it's all in good fun, Boomer Sooner. Don't worry about it. Nobody's going to come to your house and rough you up.
Jeffrey.
Yeah,
I have Diamondbacks breaking news.
Oh, what have we sold now?
Well, it's not 100% done, but the Brewers are adding a piece to their World Series contender team. They picked up our Eduardo Escobar with the Diamondbacks today. Snakes will receive Cooper Hummel, an outfielder who also plays catcher and first base, and an infielder, Alberto Ciprian, in return. Neither club has confirmed the move, but it looks like MLB.com has all the sources in place, and they're saying that this actually happened. So Escobar to the Brewers, Diamondbacks get some young talent on their team moving forward.
No big surprise. In fact, I think you even called it Escobar was a prime piece of real estate to get moved out. So there you go. That is the cue that the Diamondbacks are absolutely for sale right now. So how many years it'll be before they're good again?
Well, I think
over under 4.
See, I don't think it's going to be 4. And I think the Diamondbacks have many options. And I think what's going to happen is Mr. Kendricks is going to make some moves in the front office this offseason. They've got to do something about developing pitching. If you look at all the good teams, the Devil Rays, Dodgers, now the Padres, you look at all these teams that are contenders, the San Francisco Giants, they all know how to develop young pitching talent, and they all know how to go and get a young pitching talent. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens this offseason with the Diamondbacks. But, they've started kind of making some sales here to try to get some young talent.
By the way, make sure that if you ever see Kendrick in public, if you want to have some fun, just walk by and say, Grant Wood says hi.
Ken Kendricks? You want me to say Grant Wood says hi?
Yeah, he went after him pretty hard. I guess Grant Wood said something about him in a newspaper article or something, and Kendricks kind of lost his bleep. Okay, so right now we're going to have a full-scale man card violation for about 5-6 guys on a soccer team. Which team is it?
I believe it's New Zealand.
New Zealand? Why were they crying? They're standing there crying.
They heard their what is that? The
national anthem.
Their national anthem, and they were.
You sure that was New Zealand?
I'm pretty sure it's either New Zealand or what's FIJ.
Wait a minute, wasn't that tennis guy from New Zealand too? No, the guy who got bit in the boxing guy.
So what are the
Are you sure it wasn't Fiji?
There?
It's Fiji versus Fiji. New Zealand.
It's one of the two.
Oh, look, they got a robot.
Oh, boy.
There's a robot on the field. Okay, sorry, I'm easily distracted there.
Yeah,
but are you sure which team was the Crybabies on?
I'll continue to look.
There's a man card violation to either the New Zealand team or the Fiji team. I got a feeling it was New Zealand because I don't see Fiji crying like a bunch of damn babies.
Jeffco, did you see the other night at the Olympic basketball game? They had this basketball robot.
Yeah. Yeah, Skynet's here, man. It's over for all of us.
Yeah.
The better free throw shooter than Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's for sure. Took longer, Giannis still takes longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw it. Swished it.
Wow.
I mean, I think that it'll be cool when you see, how a Fox football show has them robots, the football robots.
Yes.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
Don't they call that guy Bufus or something like that?
I'm looking forward to the day where we can actually watch the Rock'em Sock'em robots play in football, not with humans, because that would just be ridiculous.
No.
And it'd be like trying to play football against a car. But I kind of want to see robot football. I don't think it'd take away from the human football, but how fun would it be, A, to watch a bunch of robots go crazy on each other like that, B, be one of the guys that gets to remote control a robot.
All right, we have confirmation. It is indeed Fiji.
What?
Fiji.
Fiji was crying.
I am shocked because I
Half
thought
the team.
if you were going to pick a girly team, it'd be New Zealand. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I
You
would
mean
imagine,
the Kiwis?
Yeah.
The Kiwis are pretty tough.
The Fiji,
Yeah.
a bunch of damn crybabies. And listen, I get it. You get emotional. You hear your national. Now they're just run. Oh, that's rugby.
Yeah, it's
What?
rugby.
I thought it was a soccer team.
No, it's rugby.
Now there's a sport right there.
No, listen. If you are playing
Rugby is a
rugby,
sport.
that is a manly sport. So if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
crying at the beginning, now I'm going to upgrade it from being a man card violation to a man card suspension. You can't cry at a rugby game.
Uh-oh.
Immediately, the other team should have went over there and started beating their asses.
I mean, it looked like it was raining from the sides of their eyes.
Wow.
It was passionate.
Is this breaking news? The Fijian rugby team has just been suspended of all their man cards for crying while hearing their national anthem.
Yeah, and I am now rooting for New Zealand pretty heavy duty to win this match.
I think the Kiwis will beat the hell out of them.
I
be
have
honest
no idea who's better or who's worse because,
I mean, aren't the Fijis, aren't they like the Australians? Australians are kind of crazy and they like the rugby. I think the New Zealanders will beat the Fijians.
Yeah, crybabies can't win this. Crybaby can't win.
All right.
That'd be worse if they win. That's going to be rough. 888-368-1580. And let's see here. Hamilton Porter says false. A girly team would be expected from France or England or something like that. Yeah, I know. I'm shocked. The Fijis. He also says Diamondbacks might be for sale, but really, who wants that crap? We got Escobar. What else do you think they might sell off, Randy?
You've got, I don't know. Do they go as deep and get rid of a Ketel Marte, which is a young talent that's been sort of the solid core of this Diamondbacks team? Do you sell off your three pitchers?
David Peralta,
young Merrill Kelly, and the other guy. Do you get rid of those guys? I don't think so. I think this team is not going to just wholesale get rid of everybody. I do think that there need to be some changes in the front office, and I think you have a good core along with a veteran, Madison Bumgarner, that can help these young pitchers pitch. Look, Mad Bum, say what you will about the guy. He's been injured this year. He hasn't been very effective, but he's got 3 world championship rings. I think he knows how to get the job done. And I'd like a veteran like that in my bullpen that can talk to my young pitching.
He's trying to sell this hard.
Well, Mad Bum puts glitter on his ankles.
No.
You said say what I will about the guy.
No, you can say what you will, but he
I
does
just
not
did.
put
He
glitter
puts
on
glitter on his ankles.
Mad Bum rides damn Broncos, and he does calf roping and rodeo stuff.
And at some point, he pours some glitter in
alias.
his socks, and he's got glitter in his
he
ankles.
does not. He does not.
Don't
do
tell
that.
me to say what I will about somebody if I can't say what I will. That's what I will
Mad Bum
say.
needs to be on this team, and
I didn't say it was true.
His
we've got
surname
some
is
young-
Princess Tiddlywinks.
No,
Yeah.
Phil, stay in your damn lane, Phil.
Don't tell us we can say what we will
I am
about
sorry
somebody.
that I said that. Don't say what you will. How about that? Now I take it back.
It's too late. He's already got glitter on his
It's
ankles.
been said.
No, he hasn't.
All right. Well, let's see. Schmitty says, "Holy crap! Did you guys hear the Suns lost the finals?"
Oh gosh,
it's too soon, man. It's too soon.
Thanks, Schmitty.
Cold Trickle says, "I dated a female rugby player in college. She was very passionate."
I bet.
I don't even know what to do with that. Fed Fan says New Zealand is actually the favorite to win the gold in rugby. Good. I hope they beat these crybabies from Fiji because seriously, not a good look. Not a good look. Not in rugby. Hefty Lefty says, "Wait, Fiji already won." Is this one of those replay things?
I think it is one of the replays.
Oh, come
Fiji
on,
won?
man. Hefty spoilers, man. Why would you do that to us?
Fiji won the damn game? Is that why they're
Well, I
playing
mean,
the
they're already up 12-0.
national anthem?
Oh, dear God, you're right. I didn't look at the score. Oh, well, that just means it's over. It's in the first.
Because I think each score is worth 5, and then they've got a 2-point field goal or whatever the heck that was.
Yeah, I'm just not going to pay attention. I'm afraid they might
Oh,
break
boy.
into tears again.
Yeah.
Shooter McGavin says, Jeffrey, did you ever play the video game Cyberball? Is that what you want to see in real life? I don't think I ever did play Cyberball, but yes.
One of
there's
my
also-
favorite movies back when I was growing up was James Caan in Rollerball.
Well, that's
Remember
different.
that
There weren't
movie?
robots in Rollerball.
Come on, Rollerball.
Think of,
that would be a lot of fun.
Think of Hugh Jackman in Real Steel, where they're boxing, but they're robots.
Yeah, all right. But I don't think they need to be that big. I think they need to be like twice the size of a human.
Like
Because
Chappie size.
don't bring up Chappie. That is the worst damn movie ever. Smaller than Chappie. Chappie was a horrible movie. Oh, so you just pissed me off with that. Don't bring up Chappie.
Man, between this and the crying, I've been subtly getting on your nerves today, but without really realizing it's me.
Trying to ignore
You know, Phil, Jeffrey is at the station today.
Yeah, I can
Yes,
punch you
but
in
he's
the
got
face.
Oreos
know
right
that.
over there.
Man, that is the only thing that keeps me from leaving the room. Large Marge says, there's no crying in rugby. There's no crying in rugby. King Kittens says, actually, it's pretty easy. New England, bunch of white guys. Fiji, not so white guys. All right, well, that's it's not as racist as it sounds, because be honest.
Lord.
Well,
Do you
no,
see their hamstrings?
yeah, they're huge. These guys
Huge.
run around, and evidently from their hamstrings, it powers their tear ducts. So, the guys from the Fiji are Pacific Islanders, and the guys from New Zealand, not. So, yeah, there's nothing racist about it, but I don't know why we got to bring that up, King of Kittens. Who, by the way, I'm pretty sure King of Kittens, not so white. So that's my way of saying it's okay because he said it. Let's see. Uklamak says, oh, dear God, more Olympic BS. I thought this was a sports show. We never promised anything. Boxer Screw says, how do we feel about this as Olympic sport? Phil shutting the hell up.
I wouldn't be able to get any gold medals.
I'm okay with it. Flying Monkey says, not for nothing, but the last time I checked, boxing was scored by 3 fat guys sitting in the stands. Why is that a sport? The reason I say that's a sport, because there is always a chance you can win by a knockout. That is a finalization of it. So
actually, that's so true.
Yeah.
I hate the judging. The judging.
I don't
is
like
so-
judging.
It's corrupt, and
Sure.
it's always leaning towards whatever the narrative.
But you can take control of corrupt judging by knocking a guy out.
But I like UFC more than boxing, because at least there's other forms with which you can control the win.
I'm
With
glad they
submission.
fixed it. They fixed the UFC because it used to be a lot of hugging.
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
it's a lot of more fighting. and
well,
stuff.
Can you imagine the UFC in the Olympics? Jeffrey and I were out to lunch earlier this week, and we saw the judo.
Yeah,
and they
bubble
had those
wrapped.
guys. They had those guys packaged up like it was grandma's china.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the UFC at the Olympic, events?
I mean,
those
Rod-
guys would have all sorts of damn gear. You
Sure.
know what? Take the gear off and let them break some ribs.
Damn
and let's
right.
go. Let's get down to the judo.
I was at a real judo tournament once, and this little Cajun friend of mine ripped the guy's arm out of his socket.
Ooh.
He didn't submit, so he and there it went.
There you
And they threw us all out. We were winning the entire tournament, and they realized that we weren't judo guys.
Huh?
they threw us. It was like when I was 18. Let's see. Big George says, I wish they would bring back tug of war. Yeah, no joke. Tug of war was an Olympic sport back in from 1900 to 1920. I actually be okay with tug of war.
Yeah, again, it's
There's
you
a
can see.
definitive winner. You got a bunch of guys out there using their strength and their athletic ability to yank one way or the other.
So kind of like, how the runners interplay between the events, and same with gymnastics, where they kind of go in between all those events. Would that be the people lifting the weights? Would they be the exact same people as the tug of war? Or does that take a different set of skills?
I think you just grab the rope and you pull. What are you talking about?
I'm saying, is there a different set of skills, a different set of muscles used that would not be utilized for weightlifters who are having to deadlift hundreds of kilos worth of weight?
Yeah, because when you're in a tug of war, you're probably using a lot more of your calf muscles.
Yeah.
I'm kind of imagining it right now because you're planting your heel in, trying to keep them, and you're using an awful lot of arm strength. So I think you're using an entire different muscle group to play tug of war than any other sport. It would be in like an all-over sort of workout.
Do you realize how strong that rope would have to be to withstand all that pressure?
Whew, the rope is not really the relative part of this. It's how strong the guys are. I've seen a bunch of guys play tug of war with, say, a tiger. through a
The
fence.
Tiger.
Through a fence.
Oh, okay.
Because there's one sure way for the Tiger to win
Yeah.
otherwise. But lose to him. So it takes a whole bunch of different muscle groups. But yeah, you're talking about guys who probably do a lot of
Specialize in
weightlifting and stuff like that. Random texter says, Jeffrey, have you bothered to listen to the Fiji national anthem? Maybe it was just really terrible and made them cry because of that. It's because it was so bad.
What if it was like Fergie singing their national anthem?
Well, that would make anybody cry. But see if you can get us the Fiji national anthem, and so we'll see if this is something worth crying about. Let's see. Rough Rob says bull riding, bullfighting, rodeo should be Olympic sports. No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't.
No.
Nah. Yeah, I mean, because here's the thing. Riding a bull, that does take some skill. You got to stay on for as long as you can. So whoever has the best time wins, right? But what if one bull is more angry than the other bull? This bull is not quite as aggressive. That one's more aggressive. It's kind of hard to really get a consistency out of it for something like that. Bullfighting, that's a horrible thing to do to a bull. I can't get behind that. It just seems cruel. And then rodeo, no country music should be played at the Olympics. So I'm sorry, Rough Rob. I'm sorry, but you know what you should do if you like that stuff. Go to a rodeo. Here comes the Fiji national anthem now. No, you're right about this, Rough Rob. Dodgeball should be an Olympic sport. Wow, it's in English. Does anybody got any tears coming?
I feel something getting wet, but not my eyes.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Wait, I've heard this song before. Here's some music. Remember Monty Python? Every sperm is sacred. It's the same song. Michael
okay.
Palin wrote this.
I thought I understood that. I thought I recognized that. Yeah.
Every sperm is sacred. All right, enough. I don't want to cry. Swave Dave says, pardon me, Jeffrey. I meant to say event when I said, did you ever see that TV show Wipeout? That would be a hilarious Olympic event.
Do you realize how many injuries they get? It's ridiculous. You look at it and it just hurts to watch. I can't even watch it anymore.
Yeah, well, then I'm for it. Bruno Baller says, anybody who's seen the movie Revenge of the Nerds remembers the tug of war scene where the nerds let go of the rope and the other team all fell down and they said, we win. Well, no, the nerds lose. If you let go of the rope, you lose. Yeah, it's a funny moment, but you lose. Scratch Me Because says, according to Jeffrey's criteria, competitive eating should be Olympic sport. No, it shouldn't. That's just there's nothing sporty or athletic about it.
Come on, there is a lot athletic.
0%. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't get behind that one.
Come on, man. There's a lot of competition.
Nah, it's not a sport.
And you got to exercise and stretch everything out. And
No.
You sweat.
It's just
that's the meat sweats.
Talk about stretching out. I'm like, we said we wouldn't do Yo Mama jokes, and I just have to. And I guess I was wrong about something. It turned out Eric Idle wrote all the Monty Python songs. Oh, I had Eric Idle on the show once. That was a lot of fun. I had Terry Jones in the show once. That was an awful lot of fun. I had Davy Jones in the show once from the Monkees. Not a lot of fun. That guy
Only one that we're missing is Jerry.
That old dead guy's the a-hole. Anyway, he was not in Monty Python. He was in the Monkees. Get it straight. All right. Well, okay. Not Michael Palin. Guess now I'm just going to go to break and feel bad about myself. Thanks, Scratch Me Because. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
NASCAR Championship Weekend returns to Phoenix Raceway November 5th through the 7th.
A wild season of unexpected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
and earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog leg.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to PhoenixRaceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100 plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
Prescription products require an online consultation. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
My husband's ED was affecting our marriage. When he first started experiencing ED, it was difficult for both of us. We didn't know who to talk to about it or where to get help. HIMSS was our answer. HIMSS connected my husband with a licensed provider online. He was able to get medication to treat his ED at a fraction of the price people pay for the name brand. It was delivered to our door, and guess what? Our sex life is back. It works.
Right now, get your first online provider's visit totally free when you go to forhims.com/joy. Yep, free. No copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Just the care you need.
Thanks to HIMSS, we got our sex life and our marriage back.
To start your free online visit, go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/joy. That's forhims.com/joy for your free online visit. forhims.com/JOY.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And listen, we've all been hearing about Valley Medical weight loss for quite some time now. We've been hearing about how easy they make it to lose weight and keep it off. And we've been hearing about how convenient it is to visit one of their 3 Valley locations. And we've heard these other guys on the radio station here have success. Yeah, I've heard about it too. So I've joined in and I've already lost 6 pounds in just a couple of weeks. I am so glad I gave Valley Medical weight loss a try, and you will be too. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com. And remember, mention Fanatic and you'll get your first week free.
The Fanatic.
Today, the Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And I got to update that commercial there because checked the other day, and now it's 12 pounds.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, I'm on kind of a slow and steady pace, taking a little vacation, doing a little this, a little that. It really depends on the person, how, aggressive you want to be about your weight loss. And, they can take care of it any way you want it to be for whatever amount of money or how much time you want to spend, how aggressive, how, chill you want to be about it. Talk to some of your Valley Medical weight loss, and they'll help you on your journey. And I guarantee you, you follow the instructions, you do what they say. Yes, you too will lose the weight. We told you a couple of weeks ago about Aiton's Army. Texter on the text line has lost, 50 or 60 pounds, and he's still losing. So it's a place where losing is winning, and you too can shed some pounds. So go on over to valleymedicalweightloss.com. Tell them about 1580 The Fanatic, and you'll get your first week free. So 888-368-1580. So we were talking about which sports would Americans want added to the Olympics. So the same people from YouGov who did the original polling that we talked about earlier did this too. And here are the sports most Americans want added. Lacrosse is the number 1 sport. I could see that. What do you think, Randy?
Yeah. Lacrosse, that'd be a nice sport to add. Sure.
It's one of those sports I'm a little confused about. It's a badass sport, and my son played it in high school, and I'm still not sure why it doesn't get more love than it gets. What do you think that is? I mean, you run around, you're beating the hell out of people with your stick, and it's a rough and tough tumble sport there, and it's fast paced, and it's fun to play. It's fun to watch.
Yeah,
so
I just
why
don't
is
know
it
that
not happening?
I just don't know that it's got that widespread accessibility. It's usually towards the back east coast type of thing. You don't see a lot of lacrosse leagues going on. I know back east they've got a semi-pro leagues. They've got it in the college, and I just don't think it gets that that advertising of these major sports. But yeah, lacrosse certainly I would welcome that in the
that
Olympics.
is one I'd be okay with. The next one, bowling. I have to remind myself that Radio Ron, the owner of CRC Broadcasting Incorporated, avid bowler and bowling fan. So I'll agree. I allow that.
Would you say it's the manliest of all the Olympic
Shut up,
events?
Phil. Moving on. So now American football is next on the list. And no, American football shouldn't be an Olympic sport because only Americans play it. Well, Canadians do it badly, but that'd be about it. Germans a little bit. I don't know. No to American style football.
No.
Dodgeball, yes.
Yes.
Dodgeball, hell yes. That should be an Olympic sport.
Can you imagine the wallops people would get coming out of an Olympic competition style dodgeball event?
Well, no, I want it back in the Olympics, or I just want it in the Olympics for the main reason you have to see it back in junior high and high school, in elementary schools. They wussified all the kids out there, not letting them play the dodgeball. Little Johnny got his feelings hurt. Yeah, shut up. Yes, dodgeball is a definite yes. And I think it fits as a sport. The way you eliminate people and win, absolutely. It checks all the boxes, rings all the bells. Roller skating, hell no. Unless it's a race for speed, but I'll be honest, nobody wants to see that. Water skiing, you're getting pulled by a boat.
Yeah, no.
Polo, you're doing that on a horse. So no. Parkour. Yeah, I don't know.
Is that like poker?
No. It's those little idiots that run around and jump on top of a garage, roll over a roof, and then jump up on a tree and then do a flip over a fire hydrant or something.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Racquetball. I could see that, I guess. I don't know. Racquetball is just something you do with your buddies. I don't know if it's something that needs to be a sport.
No.
Pool, as in billiards.
No.
Chess. Hell no.
What if it was boxing and chess? Have you not seen that before?
Yeah, I've seen it, but it's that's just more of a fun thing. I don't think you should take that seriously. Jousting. Well, now you got horses involved, and
Randy ought to love this. That's talk about a blast from the past.
I like the jousting, but I don't know. I don't think it'll ever work. Tug of war.
What about if
yes.
instead of riding horses, they rode ostriches?
How about they get a guy on another guy's shoulders, and one guy has to come running at you, and the guy is trying to hold that thing.
That's water chicken.
We're doing that.
Yeah, it's not going to work. Sumo wrestling. Well, can you just mail Japan the gold every year? Because there's no point. Cricket, no. Dear God, no. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know that baseball needs to be in the Olympics, and cricket certainly doesn't.
Yeah, cricket just bugs me.
Life saving? The hell, like lifeguard events or something? Yeah, it's called life saving.
No.
Squash?
No.
Quidditch? That's not even a real sport. That's a made-up sport in the Harry Potter movies. What's orienteering?
Boy, I don't know. If we don't know it, it does not belong in the Olympics.
Does that mean like you have 10 minutes to arrange the furniture? I mean, what's orienteering?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's netball?
Netball, no.
Bridge, that's a card game.
Yeah, no.
And korfball.
No.
What's korfball?
I don't know, and that's why
KORF ball.
Korfball, no.
So those are sports, but I think we can all agree: lacrosse, yes; dodgeball, yes; tug of war, yes. Did I miss any?
I mean, I guess so. Tug of war would be a definite yes for me because that's sort of throwback to the olden days.
So let's do this. Let me get on the phone with the IOC. And last time we did that, Phil dialed up AOC, and I ended up having to listen to her big toothy talk for a while. Let's get rid of skateboarding and surfing and BMX and add lacrosse, tug of war, and dodgeball.
Can we get rid of ribbon dancing? Ribbon dancing as well.
Absolutely. So put me in charge of the Olympics. It'll be more old school but the new stuff will be way funner than the stuff they put in there.
All right, I elect you president of the IOC. Philip?
I'll do it.
Thank you.
I'll do it.
Phil, you want to second that emotion?
He was talking about me, Phil, not you.
Yeah, well, he said I now crown you.
No, he was asking for you to
he pretty clearly stated me as the new chairman of the IOC.
No, I don't mind. I'll run against him. I'll run against him and win.
I don't take this position lightly.
You don't take that position at all.
Heavy is the crown that lays upon my brown cheeks.
You're going to get crowned.
No.
But this life saving is really crazy.
You got to start talking with like a punctuation, Randy, because he thinks you're talking to him.
Yeah, you give me an inch, I'll take it.
Well, your mom gave you an inch, and that's all you get.
Wow.
You just, I knew it.
That's not a your mama joke.
Oh.
No, it's a Phil joke saying you got a teeny inch big penis. What? More crying?
More crying.
Oh my God, they're crying. Why? Because they won, huh?
I think so.
Oh my God. Is that how this is going to be? Can I change the channel? Oh, they're ugly crying on the field. Is somebody hurt or is it because they won?
I think it's because they won.
Oh my God. Is there superpower tears? Because this is awkward. The other players are trying to get to the good game line and shake hands. And these guys are on their knees, punching the grass going, like 3 guys in a row.
Well,
get back up in the good game line. You want a ball like that, be a baby, go to the damn locker room.
Okay.
I'm glad you're not here to see this, Randy. I'm glad you're.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says cricket is a top 5 most popular sport in the world. Out of all those sports, it should be added to an Olympic game. Cricket's boring as hell, Hefty Lefty, so I'll deny that.
Yeah, first of all, there's not enough days in the Olympic Games to play one cricket game, let alone an entire tournament. So no.
Yeah. You think baseball games are long? Holy God.
Yeah, somebody do something about the cricket games. It takes 3 or 4 days to finish those games. Please. Baseball is like a super speed sport compared to cricket.
If you start a sport and you can go home at night and come back, and in the course of all things, impregnate your wife, have a baby, and bring the 4-year-old kid to the game.
Yep.
That's taking too long. Boomer Sooner says pickleball. Jeffrey, I'm playing a bunch of pickleball up here in Anthem.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great sport.
That is an Olympic event.
Be honest with yourself.
No.
Be honest with yourself. Does that really belong in the Olympics?
It's a retirement community game.
I'm asking Boomer Sooner because he'll be honest, not you, Phil.
I would take that over the equestrian section.
I'll allow that. If I had to choose between the two,
really,
I'd have to choose pickleball over the horse thing because it's great for the horse, but the horse didn't ask to be there. I'm just saying. Bruno Baller says, sounds like some of those sports or events can be seen at the Renaissance festivals. It's a good point. You are correct. Hacky sack. Yeah. Blissful Hayes says, maybe Larry Fitzgerald is holding out for a full-size quarterback. Just out of nowhere.
And deep from left field.
He says, what's going on? Is he holding out for more money or what? You think he'd have made a decision by now?
No.
Yeah. Didn't camp start? Has he reported? Well, that's a good question.
Have not seen anything, any news on Larry Fitzgerald reporting to camp. No, he is a free agent. Therefore, he does not have to report.
Man, if he ends up over there on the Bucks with Bruce Arians, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that.
I don't think he'll go there.
Cards Chappie says, put ultimate frisbee and paintball in the Olympics. No and no.
Now, come on.
Paintball is fun and hurts, but I'm all for that, but not at Olympics. No.
Now, think about this for a second, Jeffco. It's the United States against the Russian Olympic Committee.
Yeah, they'll use real bullets.
Paintball.
Yeah, they'll cheat.
And what are you talking about? I put in paint and kaboom.
Yeah, they forget that. Forget the whole thing. Big George says, Jeffrey, as commissioner of the IOC, can you move next year's Winter Olympics from China to Flagstaff? China doesn't deserve it, and Flagstaff could support it with hockey and ice skating events, even in downtown Phoenix if you have to. All right, I'll do that. Sure. Large Mark says number 11 is waiting for a playoffs G move. What?
Straight cash, homie G.
Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, I thought about it. Instead of synchronized diving and swimming, take one of those out and put a pickleball in there. Great tournament. Okay, you're just going to have to let go of the pickleball. While, yes, I would prefer that over many of the dumb sports out there, I've not even watched enough pickleball to declare it a sport. And since Phil is proficient and brags about it, I'm suspicious.
Are you saying that you don't find the synchronized diving at least a little entertaining, even if you're insulted that it's a sport? You don't find that mesmerizing?
No.
I must admit, I do watch it.
You show me a good belly flop, and I'll be like, that's it. That's all you get out of me.
Wow.
Yeah. Teriyaki says, I'd meddle in the clean and jerk. Oh, I meant this the jerk and clean. Fish Tank says, hey, Coyotes trading Darcy Kumper.
Yeah.
Wait, I lost my screen there. Well, there was more to that.
Darcy jumping.
Hold on. There it is. To the Avalanche for a first-round pick and a defensive-man.
Yep.
Is that offensive? Is that official? Did that actually happen?
I haven't seen that, but there's been a lot of speculation about it.
Rough Rob says he's going to Green Bay. Larry? No,
Fitzgerald.
Larry's not going to go. Swave Dave says, what about arena football? Not in the Olympics. Horgon says, hey, remember that video game Tecmo Bowl? Oh, that was football with robots, really. Yeah, that was the first football with robots.
One-dimensional.
Number one Rattlers fan says, is Caitlyn Jenner still considered an Olympic athlete winner?
Yes. Bruce Jenner is.
Yeah, Bruce Jenner is.
No.
No. The person has won Olympic gold
Bruce
medal.
Jenner won the damn thing, not Caitlyn. She has nothing to do with it. Bruce does.
No, it's the same person.
Same person.
No.
Cole Trickle thinks that Phil probably would be a winner at the tug. Baker's Cocky Hen says, Daily Blender, more like takes vacation more often than a school teacher. Hey, welcome back, Jeffrey. Tug of war with sharks in the water. That and the losers fall in the water.
Now, there we go.
I'm all for that.
Go. Yeah.
Ukla says, how about slapping Phil to make him shut the bleep up? How about that for a sport?
Not a lot of viewers.
Deflated Ball says, best Jetsons episode ever is when George gets busted for calling in sick from work to attend a robot football game. It is the future. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Hey there, you low interest rate mortgage lovers. If you have great credit and are good with your money, I guarantee you're in the wrong loan. Maybe it's time to learn what thousands in the Valley have already figured out. On a Life Changer loan, you can pay off your mortgage in under 5 years without changing one dime of your spending habit. Plus, your monthly payments are cheaper than what you pay now. It's not magic, it's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
Ah, there's no place like Panera, where a bite of the toasty, saucy Chipotle chicken avocado melt tastes like, focaccia. A cool and refreshing strawberry poppy seed salad al fresco is so sweet. And a cheesy Chipotle chicken and bacon flatbread pizza in your favorite booth feels just right. So treat yourself, because there's no place like Panera. Order on the app today. Restrictions apply. Visit PaneraBread.com.
These last few months have reinforced just how unpredictable the world is increasingly becoming. Right now, we're seeing market highs in the face of economic lows. Professional investors are wisely positioning their portfolios to protect against possible market downturns while still benefiting from the current bull market. So should you. Register for Online Trading Academy's complimentary 3-hour class, Protection from the Election. This new class will explore strategies to protect wealth from instability and capture profits during both bull and bear cycles. Call 844-877-2337 to reserve your complimentary seat in Protection from the Election. Space is limited and all COVID safety measures will be followed. Classes are available in Scottsdale, Chandler, or Peoria. Call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996. Again, call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996. When you come to the desert, many things can be dangerous, but there's nothing more dangerous than a pit full of rattlers. Arizona Rattlers football is back. Don't miss a second of the action. Become a part of the Ninth Man for a membership of $10 per game for new season ticket members. All fans are welcomed as the Rattlers return at 100% capacity in the newly transformed Phoenix Suns Arena. Call 602-379-8274 today. Don't wait. Arizona Rattlers strike back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Gordon Christensen. When I became a dentist, I learned how quickly poor oral health can lead to other serious health problems. And for people without access to care, these problems can spiral very quickly. I wanted to help, so I joined Dental Lifeline Network. Right now, there's a wait list for patients in need in your community. I'm asking fellow dentists who will join me in seeing one patient per year.
To learn more, visit willyouseeone.org.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K250 Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240 U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right,
everybody. It's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, and I'm alongside my well-hydrated friend, Randy White. I imagine with a glass of whiskey and a beer just to get through the rest of this show. And then we got Phil there. Pushing buttons and doing stuff as you guys text in on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And Randy, starting off this hour with breaking news. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Daily Blender, and you're not going to like it.
Oh, boy.
My wife sent this in, and I just checked it, and it's true. J.J. Watt has been placed on the PUP list after suffering a hamstring injury at Cardinals camp.
Damn it!
He didn't even make it a game.
Do we fire Steve Keim now?
No. No.
Hamstring injury, though. I mean, again, we talked about this when Chris Paul had his hammy injury. He recovered. All right. So it's a matter of, you don't put a guy on a PUP list if he just kind of pulled his hamstring, right?
I mean, I would imagine there's a significant injury to his hamstring. And listen, hamstrings suck, especially if you're a down lineman. You know this, Jeffrey. You know this, Phil. That's where you get all your power from. That's where your explosion comes from. You get it from your hamstrings, your legs. You got to drive into that force that's in front of you, that offensive line. So we'll just have to wait and see. Is it torn? Is there any other
All they're calling it is a hamstring injury. He went down during a run test on Tuesday and did not practice today. So a run test. Okay, what's that? What's a run test?
I don't know, but I can speculate saying that maybe he started from a 3-point stance. They blow the whistle. He's got to run a certain amount, like a 40-yard dash.
It's not like a run test.
They see how hard he can explode from the beginning and how fast he can get up to speed. I would imagine that's what a NFL run test would be all about.
Well, so much for all that, huh? So much for all that.
And it surprises me because he's not a guy that lets himself go in the offseason. He's a gym rat. He likes to go in and work out. He's always working his body, specifically his lower body. It's just unfortunate. I hope this is not a harbinger of things to come for my Arizona Cardinals this year.
That was the giant fear of everybody when you heard that J.J. Watt was coming, was the injury situation.
Keep in mind, players on the PUP list can come back at any point in time, and especially with a veteran player like J.J. Watt, I'm sure that they're just going to exercise more cautious than anything, knowing that he's a responsible guy that will exercise and do what needs to be done and doesn't have to go 100%.
If you don't get J.J. Watt with the defense during training camp and some of these practices early on, how are you going to create that chemistry between these players?
Well,
and I'm serious. Not like he needs it. They need it.
Randy, I'm sure that you're gonna. Well, if it were a wide receiver, if it were a tight end, really anybody on the offense where you need schemes, where you need everything, I'd say sure. He's on the defensive line for one purpose, and that's to go get the quarterback. The defense is one of the easiest positions to ingratiate yourself, unless you're a middle linebacker calling out plays, unless you're a safety who's having to cover up for other mistakes and cover on some schemes. If you're a defensive lineman, you can plug and play much easier than other positions.
It just means that their first overall pick for the Cardinals, Zoltron, the great, what's his name, Zelda,
it's your team, man.
Zatran.
Zatran.
Zoltar, the Magnificent. He's going to have to step up as a rookie.
Zavin Collins.
Yeah, there it is.
Zabba-dabba-doo.
Exactly what I said. He's going to have to step up, and you're going to have to see Isaiah Simmons, which, by the way, I'm very hopeful he's going to play a key role in this defense this year. Look, if you look at everything that's going on with the Arizona Cardinals defense, aside from this minor setback, J.J. Watt, Chandler Jones.
It's an expensive setback.
Zoltar, the Magnificent. You got Buda Baker there. You got the Isaiah Simmons. Oh, good God. This defense is starting to shape up to be something of a magnificent defense.
Blissful Hayes says, did J.J. Watt even last one practice before he got hurt?
No,
that was a damn test.
You would think that this sort of thing it would happen during a game, and you'd be like, "Oh man, poor guy. All right, let's get him back healthy." Now you're like, he didn't even get on the field.
Yeah, it's just a hammy.
And
He'll
if
be
I'm
fine.
not mistaken, there's a lot of damn guaranteed money in that contract.
Many weeks to get him ready to go. He'll be fine. He'll be ready to go. Many weeks.
I hope so. I like JJ Watt, and I like my wife happy. I like my friend happy. I like to see the you guys get your money's worth. But right now, not so much.
Not good news. Not good news.
For the Cardinals, though, they also cut Ryan B. and they put Sean Williams on the non-football injury list. And I don't know why, but they say he can't practice till he passes a physical. But Ryan B., defensive lineman, they cut him Tuesday. I guess it doesn't matter what happened to JJ Watt. It's not the right position. So, he used to be with Cincinnati. And he was, okay. He wasn't special, but he was okay. So, anyways.
Ryan B. is not JJ Watt. Let's just.
No, they're not even doing the same thing. So, Fed fan says, Terrell Suggs all over again.
Oh, everybody relax. This is just the first day of training camp. This is not anything major. He hasn't torn anything up. It's a pulled hammy. We'll have to wait and see how this shakes out. I'm sure he's going to be fine.
Hefty Lefty says, sounds like they were running 110s to start the training camp.
110,
110, 120, whatever you need.
Whatever it takes.
Night Deck says, hey, guys, when I die, pour my ashes in the women's long jump pit, please. Just, please and thank you. Deflated Balls says, in the Olympic events, life-saving would be cool as long as they use real victims. Drunken axe throwing. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. You do a shot before each round. Baker's Cocky Hen says, how about fantasy football for the Olympics?
No.
Large Marge says, Phil likes diving. What a surprise. Fish Tank says, bowling in the Olympics. Yeah, because, again, I'm not going to comment on that.
Yeah, no comment.
Yeah, we declared that an actual sport because we like paychecks. 888-368-1580.
And dare I say, the sexiest man sport of all of them.
Bowling
Yeah.
is the sexiest man sport of all of them.
Sometimes just being cool about something's enough, Phil. You don't have to pour it on so thick that it's obviously shown to be a lie, and then we all get fired.
I don't know why it's so obvious.
Too much, too far. By the way,
Hey there, Ron.
Don't play the music. Don't play the music. It's not helping. I usually, I've been asked in the past by radio peoples, hey, Jeffrey, and I say, don't make eye contact with me and do not call me by my first name. You'll call me Mr. O'Brien. And they'll say, oh, sorry. Mr. O'Brien, we notice that you could make life easier on yourself. Stuff you do in the first hour of the show, you could just do it again later. Something you do that's good there, you could do it now. I won't do it. I refuse to do it. Start to finish.
It's called recycling your audience, is it not?
Yeah, I ain't doing that. It's a start to finish kind of thing, what we do here in the blender. And, it's never as good the second time. But I'm going to break my own rule, and I'm going to let people who are listening now know something that is very important that I think they need to know.
You're going to recycle your audience right now, Jeffco?
Just for a brief moment. But for those of you who did not hear earlier, I find it very important that you know that two things have happened. Okay. One, man card violation for Kendall Graveman because he went from the Mariners to the Houston Astros. And then in an interview, he's like, I love all these players. I miss them so much. I love these guys. Man card violation for that nonsense.
All right, there's one.
I get it. It's rough to get traded from one team to another when you really like where you're at. And it's really weird to have happen when you're playing the other team when it happens. But still, it adds some ugly crying and man card violation.
And it's weird that you're playing the other team and you walk across the damn field with your other uniform on, and you walk into the locker room and put on the new team's uniform.
I'm not rushing the mound. I'm just coming over to say hi. So man card violation for Kendall Graveman. I'll never forget that. And the other one was the man card suspension of the entire Fiji rugby team for crying during the national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. It's not like you boys went to war and lost friends. And, Americans stand there and listen to the national anthem. We've got a history of going to war against them damn Nazis and losing a bunch of good people. Watch Saving Ryan's Privates. No, wait, that's the porno.
No,
watch Saving Private Ryan.
And
then you'll see why. If a little tear comes to your eye when you're listening to the American national anthem, Whoa, you got a good reason for it.
Mm-hmm.
Lost a lot of good men. What the freak flag? Fiji has flown over what battlefield that's been won?
Well, now wait.
Zero.
Wait a minute.
Those guys sitting there weeping on the field. The only thing they've ever lost is their dignity from that very moment right there. There's never been the Great Fiji War of 12. No, that's never happened.
Now, Jeffrey, now, wait a minute.
What
were the Fiji Islands not the nuclear testing grounds for the United States Navy?
See, they lost that war. We bombed the hell out of them.
Keep in mind, Jeffrey, it wasn't just the beginning of the match. At the conclusion of the match, they openly wept as the passion from their hearts overfilled their hearts and leapt forth from their face.
So, man card suspension for the entire Fiji rugby team. So there you go. That's it. I ain't going to do any more recycling. I just,
that's it. Your recycling is done.
I'll tell you what, that's the only thing that could take my attention away from crybaby Kendall Graveman is the entire Fiji rugby team. The sport's supposed to be damn manly, weeping on the field all over the place.
You see that
ugly
picture?
Crying.
You know, you sometimes you're on the interwebs there or on the social medias.
Oh yeah.
And these pictures pop up out of nowhere. Did you see the rugby guy that had a damn wrap around his neck? Apparently, had cut his jugular during a rugby match. Wrapped the damn thing up and kept playing. Had blood all down his jersey there. Yeah.
Well, how did that happen? How do you?
Well, his
cleats.
Listen, some these rugby teams, they got the long fingernails.
Boy, these basketball players playing 3-on-3. Some of the bigger dudes I've ever seen. Oh, never mind. 888-368-1580. Sorry, just out of the corner of my eye there. I'd take it back. Bruno Baller says, does Fiji apples come from the Fiji?
I don't think so. No.
It's kind of like
Fiji water does.
Like French fries or.
That's what Fiji water is. It's the tears of rugby players in Fiji.
You don't say.
Yeah, it's a true story. Large Marge says, a lot of talk about JJ's hammy. I think I pulled mine trying to mute Phil whenever he talks on the radio.
Oh.
He's trying to lurch across the room to hit mute. Like, damn you, Phil.
Yeah,
with his toe.
Radio Ron says, speaking of recycling the audience, how is the salsa dip Oreo cookie? I haven't done it yet. In fact, it's right here. I'm going to do it right now.
You're going to do it right now. I was about to say.
Okay, so we heard that somebody out there in the internet would take a sleeve of Oreos like this one right here.
Now wait, that's the double stuff. You specifically asked Phil not to bring in the double stuff.
You expected him to listen,
and what he did was bring in the double stuff. So
what happened there, though? I'll still make it work. They clear out this middle row of cookies and they pour salsa in there, and then they would just sit there and dip their cookies in it. Yes,
I have a question. Randy White, 1580 Fanatic.
Yes, Randy, go ahead.
I noticed there are some missing cookies.
Phil hit it early and hard.
Yes. Oh, all right.
I did have one Oreo cookie earlier in the show. So
all right, I was just wondering.
I am double stuffed myself.
I was afraid somebody had tampered with your Oreo double stuffed.
And by the way, I am holding one up to the camera. That double stuff, don't look all that doubly stuffed.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's about adequately stuffed.
Phil has a theory that they reduced the amount of filling in the regular Oreo and just added a teeny bit more to the double stuff because that's what Big Cookie does. Screws the little guy.
Yes.
Big
good
Cookie,
thought, Phil.
Screwing the little guy.
Yeah, good thought, Phil. Good thought.
All right, so right here, right now, I'm going to go ahead because I've always been the guy on the radio that says, don't say you don't like something until you've eaten and tried it because, that's small-mindedness, except for if I don't like Oreos, then I'm not going to like this. If I don't like salsa, I'm not going to like this. So here so you know, Pace Picante sauce that he got, restaurant style. It's good stuff.
Okay.
And here's the cookie. I put this in the cup and there you can see that it's real. So it's not a setup.
So you're putting it in the cup. You're not putting it in the middle tray of the Oreos.
I don't want to ruin all these good Oreos if this is horrible.
All right. So here we'll openly narrate. He's got a dollop on there.
More than a dollop. It's a healthy.
Oh, that's nice.
Right there.
Oh, very good, Jeffco. Yeah.
There we go. He is halfway into the cookie.
He is
mulling it over. There we go.
He's chewing vigorously.
He's still inquisitive.
Yeah. What are your thoughts there, Jeffco?
I don't hate it.
And
do you like it? Does it make something better out of both properties?
I appreciate you brought the medium salsa, not the mild that Randy brought. So basically, Phil failed in every way possible. He was told mild salsa and regular Oreos. He brings double stuff with medium. So I do like the little spice kick to it. I don't know, take another bite.
And he's just
so he's
now,
going to take another bite. So that's automatically a good sign. It doesn't mean that he likes it, but it's not horrible. It's not the immediate rejection.
I think his quote there, Phil, was he doesn't hate it. Yeah.
I like it.
He likes it.
Huh?
I like it.
All right. I thought you would, Jeffco. I thought you would. Yep.
Oreos dipped in salsa. Not bad. Now, am I going to do that all the time? Probably not. I don't know why I would want to do that.
Well, it's a way to get your vegetables.
It's good thinking.
What?
No, that's good thinking. That right there is some man thinking right there.
Thank you.
So it's like I ate salad today. Got a little bit of that salsa.
And now you can tell Alex you ate the salad. There you go.
Well, she listens to the show. I ain't getting rid of nothing. I'm going to try a couple more as we go here for the rest of the show, just to be sure that I don't know. It's not bad.
So does it? So what are you feeling? Give me your flavor profiles that you're experiencing with the cookies and the paste picante.
Honestly, don't know how to explain it. It's a little bit of it's medium, so it's not very spicy, but I feel a little bit of that tingle from it.
Would you like it more with more spice or less spice?
I don't know. I don't think I'd want it with more spice, but I don't know if it'd be better with less.
You're getting the sweet from the cookie and the smooth from the double stuffing, and then you're getting sort of that bite and that vegetable flavor and that tomato from the paste picante. Is that what about right?
It's hard to explain because when I first bit into it, I just a lot of salsa. You know what I mean? I tasted a lot of salsa.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I didn't really taste the cookie the normal way that you would taste the cookie. So it's going to require a little bit more
testing.
Yes. And my wife is like, I got you your favorite salsa with Oreos for an appetizer tonight. Oh, yeah, baby. I'm going to give you some sweet and spicy. And I can't read the rest.
Oh, good heavens.
Ooh. That's for
Good
me.
heavens.
That's for me. That's not for you. It's not for you, Phil.
Well, I was going to take the next break and read it all to myself.
Wow.
I'm going for some more of this.
I think you should.
Randy, are you excited for tomorrow? Because tomorrow, presumably, you'll be in and you'll be tasting this yourself.
Actually, I won't be in tomorrow.
He's taking a little time off.
Yeah,
Good for him.
I'm taking some time off.
He's
I'm
going
on
to Tokyo to work on the radar, trying to find Godzilla.
Yeah,
thing.
you're not supposed to be sharing with anybody what my.
Sorry, Randy's going to catch COVID tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm catching COVID tomorrow, and I'll be off until next week.
Randy, can you give Katie Ledecky my number?
No. I'm not giving Katie Ledecky anything.
I want to give Katie Ledecky some necky.
No.
So you want to give Katie Ledecky some necky?
Yes, I did.
No. I believe she's already spoken for too, Phil.
Well,
So
that's not an issue. Are they married?
Probably by somebody who didn't say, I want to give Katie Ledecky some necky.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Phil. You've lost out there.
I honestly don't know what to say about. I can't describe the taste, but I'm okay with it. There's two things that don't need to be together.
Right.
I don't think that the Oreos and salsa are better together.
Now, in authentic,
but it's not bad.
In authentic Mexican food, I have read several recipes on that they sometimes they make the mole with the semi-sweet chocolate. So I would think you get the semi-sweet chocolate and you get the kind of the habanero sauce and those spicy sauces together, and it would be amazing. That's why I was excited to try this. The mole has the chocolate in there.
When you come back, I'm excited for you to try it too, Randy, because maybe you can put into words where I just can't seem to figure it out.
All right.
I'm going to try some of the stuff really as a way of just getting more Oreos in my fat face.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'm going to try like a teeny.
You said 12 pounds you're down?
Yeah. Until now.
Yeah.
I'm going to dip a little bit like a light, because the first bite I took, I had a lot of salsa on that cookie. So now I'm just going to try to graze it a little bit, see if I can find a balance in between the two. But to be fair, the Oreo that you see on the internet, they had it laid out where it was very thick.
Right.
So it's intended that you dip it like serious like chips. So I'll do a little more research and we'll come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
AZ Preps 365 is your headquarters for all things high school sports in Arizona.
Brett Quintine, James Mello, and Jose Garcia
keep you up to speed with all the action, highlights, interviews, and insider information for the prep sports scene.
You need to tune in
to AZ Preps 365 every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2020 Summer Games sponsored by Wrangler. Introducing ATG by Wrangler, outdoor apparel that doesn't compromise. Shop Wrangler.com. Round one of the men's golf competition is underway with not quite half the field on the course. Sepp Straka has the early lead at 3 under par. Sammy Valimaki and Joachim Hansen are tied for second at 2 under. Xander Schauffele and Justin Thomas both even early in their rounds, as is the home country favorite, Hideki Matsuyama. On the beach, the women's volleyball pair of Kelly Clace and Sarah Sponsel look to go to 2-0 in pool play as they face a duo from Kenya. Clace and Sponsel were tested in their first match before prevailing in 3 sets. And later tonight, the men's duo of Phil Dahlhauser and Nick Lucena will hit the sand, looking to advance to the knockout round. Lucena and Dahlhauser 1-1 in pool play. They dropped their opener before bouncing back to score a win against the Brazilian team in their last match. With this Summer Games update, I'm Ryan Radke, Westwood One Sports.
At Wrangler, we know that life is all about taking the reins, no matter what's in front of you or which way the road turns, because life is one big glorious ride, and Wrangler jeans are made to handle every step of it. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
Doug. And we're back with Limu, Emu, and Doug for the final question. Category is things you climb. All right, Limu, what do you think? You sure? We're going with Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Oh, so close. We were looking for stairs. Huh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This is ATG by Wrangler. Before your next adventure, you better check your gear. UV protection, water repellent fabric, durable comfort stretch. Check. ATG by Wrangler. Gear that doesn't compromise. Shop Wrangler.com.
Jacobs and Helly, weekday morning 6 to 10. They will get you up and ready for the day.
You just said it yourself. You're looking for tiles and stuff, and what's showing up?
Clear, thoughtful insights into the world of sports.
Yeah, is that a coincidence? When was the last time tiles showed up on your social media?
Right. And I wasn't even the one there.
You won't want to miss a second of the show.
Well, you know it's dumb. You can Google naked girls. Naked girls will show up on your social media.
Jacobs and Helly, weekday morning 6 till 10 on your new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And yes, at least for myself, I have determined that Oreos dipped in salsa, it's not so bad. I mean, I don't understand why somebody would think to do it. I don't think it's like the next big thing that we should all be doing. But if you give me some salsa, you give me some Oreos and say, try this. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it. I got no problem with it. Yeah, I think everybody should try it, but that doesn't mean you have to have it all the time. Randy, we're going to save you some of these Oreos and this salsa, and we're going to get your thoughts on that next week.
All right. I have breaking news from the world of baseball.
Ruh-roh.
This is breaking news.
The Texas Rangers have traded all-star outfielder Joey Gallo to the New York Yankees. That's according to Levi Weaver of The Athletic. Gallo was originally in the Rangers lineup for tonight's game against the Diamondbacks. Was a last-minute scratch, and everybody started jumping on the fact that he was a last-minute scratch. Gallo, 27, is hitting .223, but he's got 55 RBI, 25 home runs, and 57 runs. 6 stolen bases and a partridge in a pear tree.
I don't want the Yankees to have nice things.
There you go. So Gallo is headed to the Bronx to meet up with the Bronx Bombers. And there is still speculation on what the Rangers are getting in return, but we'll keep you posted as things happen on.
All right.
Was that a belch I just heard? Did I just hear
No,
you?
I just went. No,
Wow, did
I was just the slight
Wow.
raspberry because I don't like it when the Yankees improve or get nice things. I hate
Listen,
the
there
Yankees.
is still a lot of speculation about the Yankees, about the Dodgers, and about the Padres trying to get Max Scherzer. We'll keep our eyes close to the teletype here in the sports breaking newsroom for all the details.
Thank you, Randy. By the way, the other thing that's going on in the Nationals had to postpone a game now because they have 12 positive COVID cases on the team.
Oh, boy.
Didn't they have that problem earlier in the season?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
This
Keon's going to
COVID
be on
thing is-
tomorrow, and we'll take him to task on his Nationals.
This COVID thing is really, really out of hand, isn't it?
Yeah, people, you got to be careful out there. This variant is running rampant, and it's very, very contagious. And if you're one of these people who understands and believes in what's going on with the COVID crisis, well, this is like the next wave. And even if you have the vaccine, you still need to be kind of careful out there because nobody wants to be sick. The nice thing about the vaccine is, well, if you've had it, you've got a very good chance of not getting sick or being hospitalized. And if you are, you have a great chance of not dying. That is the plus mark for having the vaccine if you come in contact with the Delta variant. And, they're saying that over like 97% of the people out there who are being hospitalized and dying of COVID right now are the people who are not vaccinated. So, it's if you don't believe in any of this stuff, it's all a conspiracy, blah 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 blah. Still, now you got 12 people on the Nationals, and they've had to postpone a game because of the positive COVID stuff. So make of it what you will. But if you're a believer or not a believer, one thing remains the same: you lose players, and you have to skip games ain't good. And the NFL has said, we're not doing postponements. We're not going to do unto you what we did unto the Broncos last season. We're not having it. If your team ends up having to call a game because of the COVID, you've lost that game.
But I think their stipulation is if they're not vaccinated players.
Right. If you haven't done at least the bare minimum of what you can do, then you've lost the game if that is a contributing factor.
I just don't know how they're going to approach it if it's like a variance type of breakout on a team. 80% or more of the team has been vaccinated, and those guys fall sick. Are they still going to enforce?
I guess
forfeit?
if you've done what you're supposed to do, maybe in that case they'll talk about a postponement. Maybe that is the thing. That is the plus or minus of it. So. It's getting scary out there. The CDC is getting ready to start talking about having everybody start wearing masks again, which, of course, in the state of Arizona, well, that'll be a fun day. We'll have to see what happens with this. And I know that Pfizer says, hey, we're going to have that third shot coming out that'll help with all this stuff. So hopefully sooner the better, because listen, I've been one of these careful guys. And we've tried to be careful about the COVID around here. I really don't want it to go back to everybody having to quarantine and everybody having to avoid each other. I really hope that doesn't happen. So fingers crossed for science to come and save the day. John Harbaugh has told us that Lamar Jackson tested positive for COVID and he's not practicing. So he'll be out for, I guess, a while, 10 days at least, I think. If he's unvaccinated, I don't know how it works if you are vaccinated and it's got to be the same thing, right? 10 days, 5 days, I guess, whatever your next negative test is.
Probably whenever your next negative test is, because that would sound like what Chris Paul did with his.
Yeah, he did come back quicker.
He did come back a little bit quicker. It was just when he stopped having symptoms and whenever he tested negative.
Well, and I think if you've had the vaccine, it is a shorter wait time, and if you pass 2 negative tests in a row consecutively, you can come back and play.
Well, I've got some players on my Colts. TJ Carey, he's landed on the Colts COVID reserve list along with Xavier Rhodes.
So you weren't missing much with Xavier.
Yeah, that was kind of a disappointment how he's done. And now Charles Barkley has to probably take a moment and step back. Charles Barkley just went on record as saying people who aren't vaccinated are a-holes. Okay. Nobody under nobody who's under the age of 12 can get vaccinated yet. So you can't say everybody who isn't vaccinated is an a-hole. And there are some people who have conditions that where they can't get the vaccination, or there's other health reasons they can't do it, and there's some people who legitimately don't want it, don't believe in it, they're worried about what it might be. So to just label everybody as a-holes, that's a bit much. I understand what Charles Barkley is trying to do. He's trying to get the attention of people in the community, and he's trying to say, listen, if you have the ability to do it and you're not doing it, and you're causing this climate where it's easier for variants to come out and do it, yeah, you're kind of an a-hole. He says, can you imagine if one of these guys aren't vaccinated, they get one of these players, kids, wives, girlfriends, moms, dads sick, somebody dies over some unnecessary conspiracy bull bleep. He says, I think that would be tragic. And, so, okay, well, you might want to ease up on saying everybody who's not vaccinated is an a-hole, because some people who can't be just yet. So
very brave of them, though, to call 44% of the country a-holes.
Yeah. And that's another stunning thing to find out. 44% of people. It's so bad out there. The anti-vaxxers are so hostile. Some people, are going out there in disguise. And I'm not making this up. Most people who got vaccinated early, remember, they were excited about it, and they'd post a picture on the Facebook, and they would just get torched, And so now you got people who are like, now I can take a lap at Talladega if I get a vaccine shot. And they want the lap in Talladega, but they don't want their friends to find out what's going on. So they're putting on fake mustaches and stuff, and so they can go out there and do that without getting torn up. The doctor in rural Missouri says people have been showing up literally in disguises to get the vaccine because they don't want their anti-vax friends and family to find out about it. That's crazy. You know what? If you don't want to get the vaccine, I'm not going to get upset about it, but I don't give a hard time to people who do want it. People are just trying to live. You live your way, let them live their way. So anyways, yeah, it's a sad state of affairs when people are wearing disguises, because they don't want to have to deal with their anti-vax friends. 888-368-1580. Chief Skulls Burner says, if you're not vaccinated, you're not American. Wow. No, he goes on. The only reason I stopped is I'm laughing. Stand with your fellow Americans. Stomp out these border-crossing COVID-19 variants like Delta. There's one coming up from Colombia, too. We got to stop them. America. See, that's probably the way we should have started with that, right?
We should have advertised it that way.
You would think.
Teriyuki says, isn't it more stunning to know that only 10% of Japanese are vaccinated? That is stunning. And here's the thing. Here in the United States, we have the resources and the ability to probably be closer to 100% vaccinated right now. And some of the other countries are lagging behind because we're keeping that vaccination. Take care of your own first, and then you help take care of others. Well, they've been slow to get it. But then again, also some of the people in Japan have been slow to stand up for it, too. So, yeah, that is very stunning, Teriyuki. Hefty Lefty says, if those benefits aren't appealing to you, may I remind you that the boost in 5G coverage is tremendous. Yeah, my internet has been so good since I got the Pfizer vaccine. Guys, I'm not even kidding. I mean, everybody else is like, I don't got any bars. I'm like, whoa, I got full bars. Look at that. This is amazing. Oh, man. Large Marge is like, Oreos and salsa. Can we call you Jeff Spicoli, bro? Jagdog says, Jeffrey, try Flamin' Hot Cheetos in peanut butter. See, here's the thing, though. I like peanut butter. I don't like Flamin' Hot Cheetos. But I'll tell you what I'll do, Jagdog. I will try Cheetos in peanut butter. Regular Cheetos. Yeah. I mean, that's fair, right? Big George says, Katie Ledecky might be taken, Phil, but I hear another Olympic athlete is single, ready to mingle.
Which one?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Jeez.
Come on, Big George.
Oh, Big George.
Yeah, just because she's a she now, I think she still likes girls.
I'm not sure.
Is she a lesbian now? I don't know how that works, but yeah, I don't think Phil's going to check that box.
Looking more in my age range.
Bruno Baller says, somebody needs to try Oreos with sriracha.
Oh, I bet that's good. Wow.
He says, I'm thinking somebody actually dropped their Oreo in salsa and they ate it, and that's how they discovered this. Yeah, most of your really good food stuff ends up being accidental.
Yeah, kind of like cows and milk.
Swave Dave's. Wait, what? What do you mean? How does that accidental?
Somebody just, I tripped.
No. Here's what happened. You see the baby cow there, right?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Doing its thing.
Yeah.
The baby cow's doing his thing. Right. And then the guy's like, wait, I've seen babies do that over here. Now I see a baby doing that there. Maybe what that baby's got going over there. There seems to be an awful lot of that. I don't think it'd be out of line if I asked for a cup of it. Having never met a cow before, caveman walks over with the cup, and the cow's like, "Brr." Caveman's like, I don't know what that means, but I think he says yes.
Okay.
So he grabs a hold. Ooh, tasty. That's how milk was made.
Wow.
That's history right there for everybody.
I think so.
Swave Dave says, is it mole sauce chocolate salsa? I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, the mole,
mole.
The Mexican food mole. Yeah, it's like a chocolate sauce, and then you put it in with the rest of like the salsa fixings, and it's very good.
I like to try that. Sure. Beer Bob says double stuff is the way to go. The regular stuff isn't even an option. That or mega stuff. I've had a mega stuff that it was way more than I needed.
Huh?
Ukulamak says, hey, how do we join the fantasy football league? Well, you go to Blender at 1580 The Fanatic, send an email, Blender at 1580 The Fanatic, if you haven't done it before, and let me know you want in the league. I may not respond, but I'm taking every one of those emails and I'm putting them in a special folder, and I'm going to deal with those here shortly when we start to put all the leagues together. If you were in a league before, I am going to go through and try to make sure everybody gets invited back to the same league they were in, but it's just going to be over at NFL.com. But in case, if you're worried, you don't want to get left out, send me an email and I'll double check. 888-368-1580. Bala51 says, JJ Watt happened. Another crime has been committed. That'll go unpunished by his beer pong partner, owner Betsy. Waste of money and roster spot, all to make headlines and sell a few more seats. That's what that was all about.
Wow. I mean, can we give him a chance? It's only the first day of training camp. Can we give him a chance?
Doesn't that go both ways? It's only the first day of training camp.
Yeah. Blissful Hayes says JJ Watt still has 6 weeks.
Well, I mean,
to get another injury or two before the season starts.
Well, listen, I heard the same thing about CP3, and then I heard CP3, the point guard, and I heard the same thing about Chris Paul coming to the Phoenix Suns. Look what happened.
Yeah, he got injured in the finals.
He got injured in the final. He took the damn team to the finals.
Screaming Eagle.
Why is everybody got to be negative about this?
I'm not negative about Chris Paul, but to be fair, he did end up injured a couple of different times.
And the Suns, who haven't sniffed the playoffs since 19
I'm not criticizing what he did for the team, but he was always right on the verge, and everybody was scared that the injury was going to come. And then there is under mumblings that he had an injured hand in the last few games of the finals, and that was why his game wasn't quite on point. So, the injury thought process was fair.
Oddly, we haven't heard about any surgeries.
Well, we didn't hear about any surgeries from Michael Thomas. Doesn't mean that it's not going on behind the scenes.
Michael Thomas he has a surgery. Nobody's complaining about him.
A lot of people are. His head coach is complaining about it.
I don't want to think about the Suns right now. It makes me upset. I got no beef with Chris Paul. He did pretty damn good staying uninjured most of the year. And even when he did get injured, he came back and, he took a little bit, but he came back strong. And so I got no beef with the Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Screaming Eagle says, Jeffrey, you are spot on about the vaccine. Thank you, sir. By the way, can I tell everybody what you do for a living so that actually means more? Hefty Lefty says, or as Ezzy Izzard labels himself, a male tomboy. Chief Skulls Burner says, Jeffrey, if you're blindly trying food, try pickled herring and puffed marshmallow. No, I am not into the pickled herring, so that doesn't work for me. Big George says, probably not one of my best ideas, but I wonder why pasteurized human breast milk never caught on.
There is a market for it.
A very strange, probably kinky market for it. He says, who's the genius thought it was better for humans to drink the milk of other species and not what nature intended for humans? You could have different celebrity varieties of the milk there. Kate Upton B milk and some Angelina Jolie D milk. And I don't know. Probably, not one of my best ideas.
No, well, hold on now. He was getting somewhere at the end of that.
That's a whole level of kink, Big George. And really, if you think about it, the evolution of humanity, You could say came from lower levels of animals as we went, and mammals, that's just the thing that the mammals do. So it's not somebody who says, hey, let's try this. No, it was just animal stuff. 888-368-1580. We got to take a break. We'll be back. More of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Football is starting soon, and your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56. The Fanatic wants to make your business a part of the action. Advertise your business on all the primetime NFL games, Monday, Thursday, and Sunday during the regular season.
Here's the game plan.
Your custom-produced radio commercial will air 2, even 3 times in every game. Plus, your business is branded during dozens of weekly NFL promos on the station, stream, app, and website. And you'll get commercial reads live during our morning and afternoon drive shows each week promoting your business.
Don't forget about special teams.
Your business gets 5 extra daily spots throughout the week and matching spots on our live stream website and on the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app. Plus, you can play defense against your competition and lock them out with our category exclusive option play. All this for the best deal ever. Now, even your small business can play with the pros. Go to 1580thefanatic.com for all the info and details. Is your business ready for football season? Go to 1580thefanatic.com and get in the game today.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Felicia.
We're the hosts of the show, Drive Friendly.
With Steve's 40 years of experience, you're going to get the real insider information about the automotive industry. And I'll be interviewing local celebrities and experts so you can be informed and live your very best life.
Laugh and learn with Steve, Felicia, and the gang. You'll be smarter for listening. Drive Friendly, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
What's in store this week at your local Staples?
Bigger savings every day.
That's because Staples has just lowered their everyday prices on paper, pens, and markers.
Right now, a ream of Staples True Red copy paper is only $3.99.
Plus, select 5 packs of Sharpie markers and 4 packs of Expo Dry Erase markers are each just $3.99 every day.
Shop in store or pick up curbside and save at Staples.
Limit 3. Curbside available at most stores. See staples.com/weekly ad for details.
Contractors need bonds, and the professionals at Constructors Bonding have been Arizona's leading surety management team for 40 years. We don't just deliver bonds, we make your bonding better. As the #1 producer with 14 markets, Constructors Bonding has the relationships and expertise to get you better capacity, better rates, and better terms. For better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929. Or visit cbialliance.com.
The Fanatic.
It's Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And Large Marge on the text line says, I said it before, JJ washed. Already got you to say it too, just there. Ha ha. I got a list of silly things I gotten you to say. Got Rando to call Mark Sanchez the Mexican mud flap. That was cool. He didn't even know I made him do it.
Yeah, I did.
Now, well, I mean, I'm reading what you said, Large Marge. That doesn't mean I said it. I didn't say JJ watched or the Mexican mud flap. So.
Well, I mean, if you want to look at it technically, you did say it because you were reading what they said.
Yeah, it doesn't count when I'm reading a transcript. So that's not me saying.
I know. I'm going to clip it and send it to JJ Watch. And see what he has to say on the matter.
I'll fight him. 888-368-1580. I mean, I don't want to. I think he's a nice guy and everything. But if you pull that, he comes up and wants beef, I'll be like, all right. Fine.
Or you can outrun him because he pulled his end.
I'll just do that. Yeah, exactly. I just got to do like one quick move and he'll be like, ow.
No, I think even with a pulled hammy, I think JJ Watt can handle you pretty easily.
So if you see me doing this right here, and I just take that off, I'm ready to go. All right, JJ, let's do this.
Oh, okay.
Terry Oki says, shouldn't these vaccine thumpers be glad some people refuse to take it? After all, they're guaranteed to die from the COVID. Okay, come on now. Nobody wants anybody to die. And one of the dumbest arguments is, see, the vaccines, you still get sick even with the vaccine. So they don't work. Well, they do work because they have shown statistically that even when it breaks through the vaccine and you get sick, you have a higher chance of not being hospitalized or dying. So, the variants are getting through. That's just the mutations because we have not done all the things necessary to stop the spread of the disease. If we had clamped down harder, and I'm talking worldwide, if we had clamped down harder on some of these things, those variants wouldn't have a chance, or they wouldn't have come until much later on. So now this is just what we're dealing with. So Thunder Snow says, hey, Jeffrey, can I ask you for a nice beer? Well, yes, you can. Can you pour a nice beer for Thunder Snow? See how that works, Thunder Snow? Hefty Lefty says bonding, constructors bonding. Dun, 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 dun. So that's going to be in the next commercial, Randy. A James Bond bonding commercial.
Bonding. Constructors bonding. Shaken, not stirred.
I expect you to bond.
No, more Western, Jeffrey.
Hmm?
More Western.
Why Western?
Because Chiefs on it.
Oh, no. He was talking about a new commercial. Bond. Yeah. James Bond. Bonding.
Constructors bonding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, boom.
Yeah, we got to get Dale Hellstray in that. You expect me to bond? No, Mr. Hellstray, I expect you to die. Screaming Eagle says, I had just gone to Costco and I got a bunch of supplies there. Stupid me, left my wallet in the cart and I drove away. Had a lot of cash as well as gift cards in it. Nice man found it, called me, and I got everything back.
Wow,
he even refused a tip from me. This helps restore my faith in humanity. Plus, taught me keep better watching my wallet. It's my lucky day, everybody.
No,
that's
kidding.
amazing. That's amazing. You have your phone number in your wallet. How did you? That's smart. That's a very hey. Wow.
Probably a business card with his cell phone number on it.
But then again, though, Screaming Eagle, yeah, way to brag. We got lots of cash, and I can afford to go to Costco.
Yeah. Jeffrey, Kim and I go to Costco all the time.
Oh, way to brag, Randy. Me and Kim, my wife. Well, poor Phil has nobody. Can't go afford to Costco.
Jeffrey, you and Alex go to the Costco as well.
Oh, way to go, Brian. Like, it must be nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm out of control. I apologize.
Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, you're welcome for the idea, Dave McKee. What?
Dave McKee and Constructors Bond.
Oh, okay. Thunder Snow says, couldn't you have substituted a whiskey instead? I could have, but I was teaching you a lesson, Thunder Snow. Swave Dave says, seems to be a trend there. Maybe it's too much gym time and not enough Pilates or yoga. I don't think we need Pilates or yoga for the football player, do we?
Yeah, they do yoga. Remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the offseason? He would always do yoga.
I mean, he was into karate and stuff.
Well, he was in and Enter the Dragon.
Yeah. So that's different than putting on some Lululemon and doing.
I don't
yoga.
think JJ would do the Lululemon. They're see-through.
Yeah. Are they really?
No. Actually,
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, no. You look it up. The Lululemon.
Trust me, I've looked them up. I've looked them down. Those ones are the good ones. They aren't see-through.
They're see-through.
Well, some girls are so big that they end up seemingly see-through because you can see every stitch of the underwear underneath. If you know what I mean.
You can't get all that meat packed in there in a smaller. What you got to do is get the right vehicle for the ride, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You can't pack the meat in the smaller vehicle.
I understand, man. You're going to make the seams. Here's my impressionation of the seams on most of those yoga pants. That's what they'd say if they could talk on some of them girls,
Yeah, I would agree. Yes.
It's not pretty.
And yet it still happens.
Rex Terra says,
I just don't know why I wear through all my spandex so fast.
What was that? Sally. Rex Terra liking the to be fair references. Thanks, Rex Terra. Appreciate that. And it's a special nod to only the fans of the Letterkenny show. Chief Skulls Burner says, what will restore my faith in humanity is shut the hell up, Phil.
Wow.
By the way, I need to teach you guys how the to be fair works. Every time somebody on the show, because a lot of times I said it before I even watched Letterkenny, just like, oh, well, to be fair, blah, blah, blah. Well, on the show, anytime somebody says to be fair, they all go, to be fair. To be fair. Randy, you got to jump in with to be fair.
So does Phil watch the show?
No, he just figured it out for me doing it. Figured it out.
Yeah, shut the hell up, Phil.
So now I guess they go, to be fair.
To be fair.
Shut the hell up, Phil.
No, that wasn't supposed to be. I really thought
I'm
Randy
really
was
catching
going to do
on.
that. Let's try it one more time, and then we got to do other things.
All right.
To be fair.
Shut the hell up, Phil.
To be fair.
All right, we all to be fair. And if you want to throw in "shut the hell up, Phil" at the end, Randy, that's yours.
Okay. I wish you'd
American-
tell me what I'm supposed to do.
I'm saying just to be fair.
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 Shut the hell up, Phil.
See, that worked. All right, we're getting better, but it should be like 1, 2, 3, and then done.
All right.
We're not going to do the singing version where they do barbershop quartet.
To be fair.
To be fair. You got to watch the hand signal, like that. I said we weren't going to do it, but we did it anyway.
Grasp the colon.
What?
I'm just.
What colon?
I'm trying to visualize.
What the hell show are you watching? This is Letterkenny. They don't do that. Okay, you're not allowed to do Letterkenny things with us anymore, Phil.
Wow.
Jesus. Breaking news, says Big George. Did I mention this earlier, or was it during a break? Arizona Coyotes have traded goaltender Darcy Kemper to the Avalanche in exchange for a first-round pick and defensive man Connor Timmins, and that's according to Craig Morgan of the NHL Network. Coyotes are retaining $1 million of Kemper's $4.5 million cap hit, and also the first-round draft pick is lottery protected for Colorado.
Earlier, it was not confirmed. It was a near finalization.
But I didn't mention it.
You did mention
I broke the news, and then George rebroke it.
Well, we got it on the text.
You talked about it.
Well, somebody gave it to me, and I broke the news.
Yeah.
Why don't you just give me this one thing?
Wait a minute. So you can break the news by somebody giving you a template, but it's not you saying it if you're reading.
Exactly. And I'm glad you're starting to catch on, Phil. I cannot be held responsible because she was touching her face. Well, that's a reference to an old song. Not like that, Randy. It was, remember that song?
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
Yeah, no, I didn't even say it. Nobody said to be fair. Did I say
Randy
to be fair?
did.
Well, you can't just say it out of nowhere. It has to be part of what you're going to say. I should have never taught you guys anything. I should have just kept it to myself. Hefty Lefty says, what word don't you like there, Tannis? Moist? Not a fan of the Three Moisketeers or United States of Moistica? You guys got to start watching the show. I can't keep doing this.
Wow.
Large Marge says, did Monty Python do Shut Up, Phil?
No.
He says, right, that's too silly.
Yeah.
Hit the Nut says, I always hear people asking for a shot or a beer now that it's been legal for a while. Randy, can you roll me a fat joint?
No.
We don't do that.
No.
We're high on life, Hitting the Nuts.
Come find me at like 6:01.
We've got I got a nice portrait of Nancy Reagan in my office saying, just say no. And a little Arnold from Different Strokes is in there. Remember when she came on the show and taught him all about just say no?
All while wearing your Dare shirt?
Oh, yeah. She was hot. Oh, God. That's my shot. A lot of elbows, said Nancy Reagan. A lot of elbows.
Erection lasting more than 4 hours.
Nostramarcus says, yes, we were merely freshmen. Thank you. Appreciate it. Screaming Eagle says, to be fair.
To be fair.
You guys are hilarious. Thanks, Screaming Eagle. See, now he got it. Bruno Baller says, did you do the Big George in history thing already? No, I'll do it right now, actually, because that was the next thing up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for On This Date in Big George's Sports History. Back in the year 1984, United States President and husband of that hot piece of ass, Nancy Reagan, Ronald Reagan, opened up the 1984 Los Angeles Summer Olympic Games at the Los Angeles Coliseum with Gina Hempel, granddaughter of Jesse Owens. Wow. There's a lot more to that.
You might have to hit that again, Randy.
No. It was just it was a nice moment because they lit the torch with Rafford Johnson. It was a nice ode to Jesse Owens, and that was also the same year the Olympics were dominated by Team USA because them cheating Russians, how some things never change, They boycotted the games because of, communism. And so Americans won everything, which is probably cool because that's just like, here, see what it's like when you don't cheat. Well, the Americans win. It was a fun Olympics. Although, to be honest, you want your biggest rival there. So that was kind of a bummer. It was a little bit of a bummer that you didn't have the Russians there to fight against. Win or lose, you want the best opponent you can get.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which is why it was okay that the Lakers were not in the finals. 888-368-1580. Feels like, where did that come from? There's suddenly a grenade in my lap. I didn't deserve that.
All the best things in life are accidental.
Should we spin the wheel of sports? Do we have time?
Yeah, we got time for one.
All right.
There's some salsa on it.
So once again, screwing up the trading cards market. Now a Patrick Mahomes autograph card. It's a card that has part of the jersey in it, and it just happened to have the NFL logo from the jersey in it. And I'll show you a picture of it right there. It sold for a record-breaking $4.3 million right there.
Wow.
And it's only an 8.5 card. So this is just screwing up all of the prices of every card and every little thing out there. But at least he beat Tom Brady at that. At least he beat Tom Brady. Phil is astounded because one of my papers fell off the counter, went through the air, and went directly to the trash can over there.
Trash can.
My awesomeness knows no bounds.
No-look assist. My God, it was amazing.
Oh. Cheat Skulls Burner says, to be fair. Great show, gentlemen. Have a wonderful night. We will be back tomorrow in your radios at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Bye.
The sale's on at Gap Factory and GapFactory.com.